Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. It's been hotting up, to say the least. Hello, guys. Since last time, a lot has happened, which we will get into very shortly. But before we begin today, points of order. Do you guys have anything you wanted to shout about before we jump in tonight?
I'm being followed on Twitter by Jack Nicholson's eyebrows.
Yeah.
I knew it straight away. As soon as you opened up, yeah, here we go.
I got
I am officially winning at life.
I got some like tiny fire dice for us burning up
Dice!
today.
We need dice to play
Ooh,
Dungeons and
burn
Dragons.
up some dice. Yes,
You guys
very
were
nice.
so prepared.
Speaking of tonight, as you can see, we don't have Dan with us tonight, meaning we don't have Fleeting Look, the authentic Fleeting Look by himself. However, we will be filling in, obviously, for his character, because Fleeting's in the middle of this fight too, and he could well be Seth's last hope. I mean, you'd like it if that was the case. I'm not sure if that is necessarily the case, but it could be. You never know.
I've got an fan art of like Fleeting Look as Luke and Seth as Leia.
No,
Yeah.
no. Make it happen, internet.
Next stream, James has to come on with 2 cinnamon rolls super glued to the side of the
Yes.
How do I leave everything?
I'm going
Too
now.
late now.
Okay. So before we get into everything today, another announcement, of course. There's a couple of them for shameless plugs. In fact, I think I should do the thing, shouldn't I?
Shameless plug!
Okay, so first of all, on Saturday we had the final part of the Amphel Assassin, which was a one-shot turned into a two-shot that I ran as a sort of starting thing.
Jack, sorry, sorry. I have got Twitch open. I can't see. It's still showing the journey begins soon.
I just loaded up Twitch and it was working.
And
It's working, yeah.
There's a bit of
Okay.
lag, and we've got some drop frames tonight, about
No worries.
25% as far as I can
If
tell.
it's
But
working,
thank you for
fine.
interjecting, just in case, because it's always good to know if something's gone wrong there. Thank you for monitoring, you guys. Anyway, as I was saying, the final part of the Amphel Assassin was on Saturday. That will be going live on our YouTube from tomorrow at 10 a.m. There's going to be a premiere thing up for that as well. So if you did miss it on Saturday, you can catch up with it then and enjoy the vast array of characters. And there's also quite a lot of nods to what will be coming up in the Tales from the Sword Coast campaign, which will be coming to the channel in the next few weeks. Now, speaking of campaigns that you can watch here on the channel, Marshall here has been DMing a campaign himself, which started 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Saturday,
Yeah.
not last Saturday, the Saturday before.
Yeah, they're in their third session because I did one like pre-stream. But yes, they are 3 total sessions or 2 stream sessions in.
Excellent.
So yeah.
That's what time is that?
Baby
on, sorry?
players. At the moment, we're doing midday on Saturday.
Midday
for
on Saturday.
3 and a bit hours, give or
Which,
take.
I would be wholeheartedly going, go watch that live, the whole thing through on Marshall's channel, if it wasn't for the fact that we sometimes also stream on Saturdays at 2 p.m. However, we do host it here on the channel, so you can, so it will come up when he's live, but do give him a follow. That's Marshall Mowbray on Twitch. I'm sure you'd appreciate that. And also check it out, because I had a look myself. Some good stuff.
They are
You
backed
use
up.
Roll20, some excellent character art, and some very interesting characters. I look forward to seeing how that develops.
They're backed up on YouTube as well for archive purposes.
That's a very good idea, because in 2 weeks, boom, gone. You're like, no. So you remember a few weeks ago that myself, Marta, and Bart did a charity marathon all for different charities. There's still time to donate. Last time I checked on my one, we raised about £70, which is great, for grassroots suicide prevention, which is a great cause. There's still a link to it on the Twitch page. If you are of a mind to donate, please feel free to do so. Just click on the picture at the bottom of our Twitch page. And speaking of the Twitch page, it's all been newly done out over the last couple of weeks. I talked about it last week, but I thought I'll mention it one more time today because this is all new. We've got character art now and all of the lovely, beautiful things. And yeah, just I think, yeah, it feels good. I feel like we've scrubbed up all right here on Slice and Dice. So anyway, enough self-promotion out of the way. Let's jump in with tonight's session then here on Slice and Dice. And we and we are back. That was great timing. Sorry. Let's do this shit. All right. So, guys, last time, as you can see, we were picking things up mid-combat. But how did we get there? Well, last time, our heroes, one of them, namely Malar, was on a flying carpet, for lack of a better word, the Deceiver's Rug, moving across a large chasm of which the rest of the party was at the bottom of. He went across to on hearing there were red mages on the other side and undead, particularly the undead seemed to vex Malar. He managed to use the command spell to make both of the red mages who were trying to escape walk off the edge of the chasm, fall down to the rest of the party when they were quickly dispatched. And then, if that wasn't badass enough, he then walked into the next corridor where there were 12 undead dwarven skeletons and just went nope, and used his channel divinity to destroy most of them and then beat up the rest with his staff. And nobody witnessed that other than Malar, which is a real shame in some ways. But I feel like that's very fitting. Anyway, after this, the rest of the group sort of caught up, not realizing how much of a badass Malar is underneath it all. And they regrouped and they decided, given their injuries they had sustained in their sort of rescue attempt of Aneris, that they decided to rest for briefly and tape up their wounds and catch their breath. Anyway, when you guys decided to do so, a couple of intriguing things happened. First of all, Leoberin decided to put on his gilded vizard that he'd picked up off of the assassin back in Rackfell Manor some time ago now. To as he had been using it a few times already to disguise himself as other creatures, but this time when he put it on, a voice inside the mask started talking to him, and it was, to say the least, Leoberin was creeped out. I think that's probably the neatest way of putting it, and decided to take it off. And speaking of strange voices, Seth also was reached out to again by the old voice that talks to him through this the token that seems to follow Seth around at the moment, promising him to come back to the shrine, and that he will not only offer Seth some great power, but also will be saving his will be saving his best friend, supposedly, Fleeting Look, from the lycanthropy curse that he's currently succumbed to. Maybe. Up to Seth what he does with that information. And one last voice that you all heard, it was more of a scratching, really, at one of the doors to the cells where Neris had been held, the furthest door away. And behind it, you found one character which Seth recognised as Royston the Bag, a halfling grave robber who he had met at the very beginning of the campaign. And he revealed that he had been taken by the Red Mages as they had... been looking to they wanted to find the fingers, and through some torture and so on, they had been giving to this poor halfling. He has become quite mad and unhinged from those events. The party have stumbled across him, a gibbering wreck, and he has managed to... the party managed to bring him back to some semblance of sanity, at least briefly, to get some information out of him, and discovered that he had sold a bone dagger, which seemed to possibly match what the Red Mages were after, to a gnome matching the description of Jack Boone Winklebottom, the proprietor of Flaming Jack's Bar and Grill, which all of the players are, for better or worse, very much aware of. And that bone dagger above the bar, yes, I know DK in particular was kicking himself about that one. Anyway, once the party had rested, you then decided to continue on and defeat Damon once and for all. Neris knew exactly where he would be and led the party, along with Leoben, doing a bit of scouting first, before entering the chamber, where it was revealed he was not only not alone, but he had been expecting the party to turn up at some point. And melee, spellcasting, battle has ensued, and that is where we pick things up as Damon has let out from beneath this ziggurat that he is currently at the top of, has released a bunch of zombies from within it. A crack has appeared in the ziggurat. The zombies have poured out, and one of those managed to get the final blow onto Seth to knock him unconscious. And the rest of the party are now scrabbling to try and defeat not only Damon, but now this host of zombies, and of course his two red mage compatriots who are in here with him. And that's where we're going to pick things up at top of the order. It's over to Seth. Can you make a death saving throw, please?
What a start.
What a start.
At the deep end.
Heavy.
We're back.
Cool.
Don't die.
Natural 20, so that's 2 saves.
Whoa!
Natural 20 means
no.
you regain consciousness on 1 HP,
One
but it's
point,
the end of your turn, so you can't do
element.
anything until next turn, but you are... Yeah.
Yes, Seth! Yes!
You are alive and conscious.
Nicely
Cool.
done.
So, yeah.
So I'm on
Third
one.
death
Great
save,
start.
natural 20. Outstanding work.
This is weird. Is the last 3
So
death
I-
saves I've dealt with have all been nat 20 pop-ups?
Don't be upset about it.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So
It's
I,
just
so I don't have a turn, but I am just stable.
Yeah.
you're
still
1
1
HP. You are conscious
Oh.
but prone.
Your eyes
Cool.
are opened, and you find you are still in the chamber, but you recognise there are zombies bearing down on you. It's not a good place to be in.
Cool.
All right,
Cool.
next up, Neris. You haven't entered the room yet, so you've been shouting some expletives at Damon, trying to put him off his stride, and yeah, you've been using harsh language so far.
Isn't that a type of attack? I mean, can
Only
I'm
for
sure.
last-
I'm sure
no
it
psychic
caused
damage,
some serious burns.
I'm waiting
Emotional
for the Neris
damage.
Bard multi-class, so you can start viciously mocking people. That'd be great.
Okay.
Quality content.
Yes, exactly. Top quality. All right. I'm just looking at the map and trying to have a look at it's in a slightly bigger.
Sure, I know it's further away, so
Okay.
you're just on the edge here where my finger is. That's.
I'm waiting for the delay.
You're in the corridor, the bit offshoot from the main
Yeah.
room.
Oh, there we go. There's your
Shit.
finger.
Jack, could you do a screen share, camera share, whatever it is, to
Yes, I
to our
could do.
chat? Because that would be
Amaz.
incredible.
This might be a bit
We wouldn't have the Twitch delay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right. There we go. So, okay.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Trying to make it.
This computer can take it.
So what? Are there any? I'm just gonna ask. Are there any enemies within my line of sight?
Ooh, good question with the line of sight, actually.
It's a bit hard to
You'd
tell.
you'd have to enter the room, I think, before you could see any of. Oh no! That's
The
actually, to be
zombies.
fair, there are zombies straight ahead beyond Malar, who's holding a light up. So yes, you can see those straight ahead of you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Cluster them, 3 of them together.
So, I am going to run up to Malar. It's the
1, 2,
movement.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Just behind him,
Just behind. Yeah. As long as I can
or you can put
shoot
the
some of the
altar between you. There you go.
zombies.
Straight ahead. of those, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a just because I'm so low on spell slots, firebolt at the nearest one.
Firebolts, yeah, sure. Make an attack roll, please.
Yes. There you go. Oh, that's not great. That's 9. Wait, no. Yes.
Their armor class is 8, so you hit. Zombies are not well armored.
Sorry, I've just been messing around trying to see that screen, so I've switched everything up. I just click over to D&D Beyond. So firebolt. That is
A D10, I believe.
Should be.
yes.
Are you level 5
Yes,
yet?
it is. Yes, it is. No, I'm not. It's 1d10.
Okay.
There we go. I believe this is yes. Ooh, 8.
Noise.
Nice. 8 points of damage. Let me...
And
Yep. That's a
bonus
fire
action.
spell.
Yeah,
bonus
that's
action.
I want to use my my sorcery points, of which I have 4, and I have not used any. So yeah, I'm looking at this empowered spell bit, which I might need. 2 first level spells, or
Maybe do 1 first level spell, and then you've got 2 sorcery points in reserve in case you need them.
or I could do a 1 second level spell.
Or that.
No. I will convert 1. I will convert 1
Okay.
and leave the other 2 to see what I want to do. To a first level spell.
So as you let off the firebolt, obviously as per usual with Neris, the fire sort of engulfs your form. You now need to roll d4.
Oh, am I damaging Malar? Sorry, Malar. 1.
1 point.
Sorry,
of fire
bro.
damage. That's at 1 point of fire damage to Malar.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, you're now, and you're giving off light as well, so you're kind of almost your own light source from there, as your kind of radiant fire or unholy fire will decide.
Malar's like,
helpful for
do I
Malar."
smell? Malar's like, do I smell burning? His thick hide. Sorry, bro.
That's your turn. Next up, fleeting look.
Best start.
Cool. Seth is alive, so all my plans for what I was going to do as fleeting have changed. He's not in combat with anyone. Like, he's not next to anyone, is he?
Not currently, no.
The guy is, he's about 10 feet away or something, wasn't he? Like, he moved back after he hit them with
Yes,
range,
you could
yeah.
move 10 feet to get. He could move 10 feet to get within melee of him, or the zombies. The nearest zombie is there's just Seth's body between fleeting and it.
Cool. He's going to move up to the big guy.
Okay. I'm gonna
Um,
throw the hammer. That's cool.
no, because it only gives him 1 real attack. And he can't Divine Smite with that.
I thought
So
you
he
would do
is
that.
going to bonus action. He's going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Cool. So he's going to attack. He's going to use both hands on the weapon, so it's a 2-handed attack. He's going to attack with the hammer on the big guy. That is 25.
25 hits.
Cool. So that's D10. He's going to add on a second level Divine Smite. That's 3D8. The guy's not undead, is he?
Nope.
Yeah. 8. 18, 19. I've forgotten what his static modifier is.
The strength is +1, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's that. Oh no, it's +2 now because of his
yes.
werewolfness.
So it's +3 on the weapon. So that's 22 damage.
22 damage.
How does he look?
The guy's looking ropey. Like as he connects with the hits, bits of armor fly off. He's still up, but he looks like he's on his last legs.
Second attack. Another 25.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And he's going to use a first level Divine Smite.
So, comment from Drake Lazarus. How is Seth doing stuff? The overlay says he's dead. Zombie. Does someone have turned Seth? Funnily enough, Malar does have turned Seth. But Seth is currently moonlighting as Fleeting Look.
And
Seth
is...
rolled a natural 20, which you may have just missed.
So
but
Seth should have, 1 HP.
Yeah.
And 24 damage on him.
Describe to us how Fleeting Look dispatches the Red Mage Maw.
He looks at Seth. You see unusual rage cross his face as he takes the first hit. Then as he goes for the second hit, it's just gone. There's no rage, there's no hate. He's completely forgotten that Seth's hurt. And he kind of just gives him a small little love tap right in the gut.
And that's enough. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. As down goes the maw, crash to the floor, crash of metal, and the glaive he holds in his hand just drops limply to the floor. All right, nice turn.
With the rest of his movement, he's gonna move up to Seth, but not into melee range of the zombies.
Okay. He can move round to get further. Well, if he wants to be within 5 feet of Seth, let's just say there. That's the quickest route.
Cool. And then he will end his turn there.
Excellent. Okay. Next up is everyone's favourite bad guy up on the pillar. Up on the ziggurat. It's Damon. Okay, so starts
That
muttering an
guy.
incantation next to you, Brucon, which you can barely hear in his breath. I need you and Fleeting Look to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Okay.
We can say
17.
17. Yep, that passes.
also 17.
Ah, man, you both pass.
We're so wise.
Nothing happens for a
Such
moment.
wisdom.
Fleeting the wise.
Has he got anything just to make this really annoying for you?
I'm sure he does.
Let's see what he's got on his bag of tricks. He doesn't actually have the bag of tricks.
That would be cool.
But Damon,
Yeah, we
tricks
were
for
going to steal
kids.
that if he did.
He's going to use a... Okay, so he does that, nothing happens, and you can see a glow as he regards you next to him, Brucon. Very good. And as a bonus action... As a bonus action, he's just going to give himself a spell back, because he can do that with his sorcery points.
Meta knowledge.
Alright, that's... he stays where he is next to you, outbreaking line of sight.
Does
or
he now?
contact. Yeah, he stays there.
Well, alrighty then.
So, next up then is... Oh, well, it would have been the Maw, but he's now dead, because nice job, guys. Get him in early. Next up then is Malar.
Yeah, I was worried you were going to say that. So many questions. Right. Okay. Can I see Brucon from this vantage point where I am currently?
You have your continual flame torch, don't you?
Yeah, my trunk has.
No,
Actually, I suppose, yeah, so-
it's 20 foot then 20 foot, isn't it? 20 foot bright, 20
Yeah,
foot dim. So he's
yeah.
unfortunately out of your sight currently, and there's no light sources up there for you to see him at the moment.
Do I have
you
a
also have a
straight
flaming
path?
sphere directly in front of you.
Yeah. Ah, that guy. Do I have a straight, other than the flaming sphere, do I have a straight run to the ziggurat?
There are a few zombies in the way, but there is a clear route this way.
It's not direct, I'd like. Okay, here's what I'm going. What, can you just point out where the zombies are? How far in front?
Yep. So you've got 25 feet away. 1, 2, 30 foot, 3, or knocked him over. There's also one here and here, and there are 2 climbing the ziggurat currently.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Have me flank off to. Have me head towards. Seth and Fleeting.
Okay.
As far as I can go, I guess.
Thank you.
Yep, you're there.
Don't thank me yet, Seth. Okay, my thing's frozen, so I'm just going to assume you've moved me.
Yep, your full movement, I've got you there.
Yeah, thanks.
Next
cool.
to you, basically just south of Fleeting.
Range. I've got 20. Screw it. On the. No, I'm really sorry. Take all that back. Just have me run up to the bloody zombies.
Okay.
I
1,
was wondering.
2,
I do apologise.
4, 5. Yep. You can get within melee of 2 of them.
Yeah, do that, and then.
You push the Malar button. You
No,
shouldn't have done that.
I don't have that spell prepared. That's the other cleric I've got. Bollocks. Okay, right. Screw it. We're committed to this. Here we go. We're
on,
going to zombies. All right. Yeah. I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff and start to hit the zombie that is closest side of Fleeting Set.
Interesting.
Okay, the one that's going towards Fleeting Seth, sure.
I rolled a 4, so my modifier isn't. Well, no, let's have a look.
Because 8 is what you need, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Well, no,
So if
I've
your
got-
modifier is
to hit
1 or more,
No, it's, +6, so I do hit. It's 10.
Excellent.
So that is... that's... +3, so 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of damage. This one, you notice the head is just hanging off of it to one side. And as you hit into it, swings around merrily. Still
From
there.
this vantage point, then, can I see where these things are just pouring out of the ziggurat?
Yes, now because you've moved forward, yes, you can. You can
Okay,
see
cool.
that
Right,
there
that's
is
my
a
turn.
dark kind of cavern that's opened up underneath the ziggurat. That's your
Cool,
turn.
thank
Great. Okay, after that, it's over to the guy who you can't quite see on the map, the one remaining red mage in the room other than Damon.
The one currently being attacked by rats.
The one being attacked by rats, that's the one, yes. And
I love you, Leo.
obviously-
So much. I love those.
So good.
Obviously, that doesn't go down too well with him. As a bonus action, he's going to move the flaming sphere back into Malar. So can you make a dexterity save, please, Malar?
The suspense.
Very suspense.
Ooh.
11.
11 is a fail, so you take 7 points of fire damage
Thank you.
as it crashes into you.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
The awe of pain.
Okay, so got to deal with these little guys. Oh dear.
You don't have to. You can just die.
Oh,
dignified,
well, he could just
eaten
die,
by rats.
But, funnily enough, he doesn't really want to die.
What?
Well, none of us
Disappointed.
want to die, Jack.
Very disappointed.
Puts his hands together, makes a W shape, and fire
That's
spells
Mary's
out
thing.
at the rats. This is a 3rd level burning hands. They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Indeed.
Bitch, using my moves.
Maris, he stole your thing.
Dexterity
Go fuck him up.
saving throw.
So you're going to be hearing from your lawyers.
Yes.
That
Where is he on the map? Because I can't see him.
He's
not
off the
quite
map.
on the map. He's
All right.
over this way. In fact, I
7.
can tilt the maps. 7 is a fail.
Strange that.
Yeah, even doing that, you can't see the map. There it
How
is.
much? How much?
I
damage
just need
am
to
I?
know how far away from me he is. That's all.
Oh, fair enough. It's 5d6 fire damage, so roll.
Jesus. There's
Oh,
some,
okay.
That is some OP burning hands.
some
Yeah, he did it at
crispy
3rd level.
fried rats.
He
Crispy
went
fried
big.
rats.
Went big and hopefully going home. 20 points of fire damage to that
Well-
group of rats.
The rats are still standing.
Yeah!
Yes!
Tank rat.
So like he just with all he's got, this mage just like fires out, well, literal flame, a flaming inferno, just like ah! And then as soon as the fire dies down, they're still there. And it's like, for fuck's sake. And he's not going to move. He's going to stay there. So that's his turn. Next up is Brucon.
You're damn right, it's Brucon. Okay, we're going to just go straight into this. Brucon is going to make an attack. I'm going to roll these separately. So, first of the 2 attacks from having extra attack. Okay. 16.
16 to hit.
Yes.
1 second. It looked like it was going to connect, but as a reaction, he cast Shield.
Yes, I had a feeling that might happen. That's okay. Okay, follow up with the second attack. That's a natural 1.
Oh, buddy, you as you go for the second strike, the short sword slips from your grasp or from your person onto the floor.
That's very annoying. However, as a bonus action, I am going to make an unarmed attack alongside that second attack.
Get him.
So,
In the face.
No!
Is it possible to drop your own hands?
Oh, did you get another natural one?
Because I just rolled another 1.
As he goes
this
to punch,
time,
it goes from a punch to a slap.
No, this time, at your you're caught off guard by your kukri slipping from your grasp. That you weren't expecting that, and almost in a rage at seeing what this guy has done to your party and what he could still do to the party. You just the rage takes over for a second, and you actually punch the lectern that he's standing behind, the stone lectern, and
Okay,
you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, well that's less
Smash
good,
your
but I
face
didn't
into
like
it.
that lectern, so at least something, it's not all bad.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been a worse natural one for sure.
Fuck that lectern. Okay,
So
well
overkill.
that'll do me. That's
Okay.
very annoying.
Sorry about
Still, I pulled a spell slot out of him without him
Yeah.
doing any damage or interfering with anything, so productive.
No, that's
Yes.
an excellent point. You've made him use a spell, so that was good shit. Next up is Leobrin.
Okay. I guess rats will be going after me. So, what's Leobrin going to do in his time? Spells. I mean, this person who is beating up the rats is not cool.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
Leobrin's going to launch a Eldritch Blast at them. That's an 11.
11 unfortunately misses.
This
But
is
it
going
was
to be a
by
bad,
by a hair's breadth you missed.
bad dice. Okay. Well, that is Leobrin's turn. He is. Let me try and zoom in on this if it's
So
possible.
he's just over here, just south of Neris, and the guy's
Yeah.
in the corner there.
Over there. And Malar is sort of bottom middle of the screen. Is that right?
Yeah. Next to the
Yeah.
die.
Leobrin's going to walk about. Walk sort of up halfway between Malar and Neris, maybe. Won't walk all the way to Malar yet.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's about
That
halfway.
seems-
You've still got 5 feet of
Yeah.
movement if you want to move left or right.
What's the red thing?
That's the flaming
Orange
sphere.
thing?
So I wouldn't move.
The
closer
other,
to
the
it.
one to
Oh,
the.
that's a brazier, up on a pillar.
If I can move like up on our screen one, so that I've got like the brazier between me and Big Bad D for a bit of cover.
Yeah. In fact, in fairness, I moved. I assumed you'd go that way a bit, so you can go too. In which case, we'll say, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's probably the best I've got.
Cool. That is Leobrin done. I don't think he's got any bonuses to use. No. And then moving on to the rats. So the rats that were where Leobrin was will continue over to the red mage because the last
Yep.
command Leobrin gave was attack that red mage. Let's get out of full screen now. Unless. So there are now 2 rats by the red mage. Should be. Yarp. Rats are going to do some bites from both of them.
Alright.
Swarm of Rats 1.
Get him, rats.
That's a 14 to hit.
Yep. 14 hits.
Rats are doing better than I am.
No, sorry. He's mage armored. It's 15. Yeah, unfortunately, just missed.
This is feeling like dice
In
sacrifice
normal
time.
situations, you would have hit, but he mage armored.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all good. Second Swarm of Rats. That's also going to be a miss. This is bad dice.
Oh, buddy. Never mind.
Mm.
Never mind. There's no.
It's a
always next
tasty
round.
dice.
The rats have got more
Mm.
fight in them yet, so I think that at least one of those swarms is going to get another turn for sure. All right,
That's fine.
With them taken care of, then bottom of the order, it is of course the zombies. So first of all, we've got these guys. Oh, let me move the camera because we're not really concerned too much with the rat and the mage for the moment. Zombies going to start moving around, making attacks. Just kind of really going for the party members. Oh, he's fallen over, but
If we
dear.
count the rats as party members, can they target them as well?
Unfortunately, the rats are far too far away. They've got some much easier targets right next to them. The 2 who are climbing the ziggurats, they'll use their movement to climb further up, and in fact, they will get up to melee distance with Brucon. Although one is attacking from below because he's not very smart, so he'll have disadvantage because you have the high ground in this case, Brucon.
Oh, Anakin! No zombie king!
So we'll take care of those first. So one with disadvantage. Oh dear, 6 on the dice.
2 20s.
That's gonna be 6 on the well. No, 6 on the dice is going to be 9 to hit, which I'm pretty sure misses. The one who is in a comfortable position with you, however, rolled a 2 on the dice, so no, no dice. Okay, so Brucon is fine for now. Over to Malar. You have 3 around you who are all going to make attacks against you, just to try and slam their decaying limbs into you. All right, the worst one there was 10. The second one was 11. And the last one was a 16, which I'm pretty sure all miss.
No,
So you've
all
got
miss.
shields and things. Yes, that you're just hammering away and you are just holding on. And one of
Thick
them,
skin.
also equally stupid, is actually within 5 feet of the flaming sphere. So he has to make a dex save, which I'm pretty sure zombies are not very good at. But I rolled a natural 20, so he's. I think it's still half damage with flaming spear if you succeed. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Fireproof zombie.
Yeah, it's a level spell.
Nereus's
So,
greatest enemy.
Okay,
I
so
will
3
check that.
points of fire damage and stuff.
I will
so
end
his
him.
arm is slightly on fire as he swings for Malar, misses, kind of catches it in the spear, and his hand is a bit on fire, but he's not too bothered because, they don't feel very much, the undead, right? They're fine. He's also the one that
Indeed.
Nereus hit as well, so for the second time today he's taken fire damage, so that's nice. Meanwhile, the other two are going for Seth and Fleeting. So, first of all, Seth is on the ground, prone, so makes a nice little target. First guy, well, had advantage, and best was a 9. So, the dice gods are with you today. The second guy, we'll roll the second one before we get too excited about that. Yeah, oh wow.
But you
Again,
said
best
Seth
one with
and
that was a
Fleeting.
9. So they're going for Seth because he's on the ground, and they are terrible. Is basically the
Cool.
nuts and bolts of that. Which means.
Hey Jack, what happened, man? Your dice.
No, don't say it. Don't say it, Bart. Don't.
I believe I know what you're referring to. I don't want to tempt fate or anything, but I think it might be they're a bit worn out, because from Saturday perhaps. There was some canny rolls then, although the party did, spoilers, succeed in what they were trying to do. Okay, so with that out of the way, then at the top of this round, yes, the brazier you're hiding behind, Leobrin, you see it for a moment. It flickers into life, the fire on the top, and then immediately it's snuffed out and smoke billows out from it, covering
Son of a...
a 20-foot radius area.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
Are those tissues?
Excellent. This is where all the toilet paper supplies went. We know now.
Oh God.
They're on to me. I've got to put the rest of you in there, which is really awkward, so bear with me.
That is
This is
amazing.
wonderful.
Wait,
Smart
we
surprise.
can't see. Let me just unleash another again as our scorcher.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
Do
I
it.
can do careful. I swapped it out last
Shitload
level
of
up.
dark mantles descend from the ceiling. It's happening again.
I don't know how to glare at someone through a webcam.
I mean, dark mantles descend, and Nereus will literally burn this cave down to the ground.
So
With
it means
everybody
that
in it.
that entire area is heavily obscured by smoke. So it's hard to pick a target within. It's going to be tricky while you're in there. Okay. So top of the round, Seth. You are on 1 hit point and you're prone, and
Yep.
zombies are bearing down on you, but you are fortunately alive.
Heavily obscured. I can still see like the thing directly in front of me, right?
Yes. No, you're not in the obscurement. You're fine.
Oh, sorry. Cool. Then I'm going to stand up. Now I've got 2 zombies next to me because they're both attacked.
Yes, that's right.
Are there any? Who's next to those zombies? Like, is Fleeting next to a zombie
Yeah,
or?
Fleeting's there too, yeah. So
Cool,
he's
then,
within melee of both of them, and as are you.
Cool. Have either of them been injured?
The zombies, these
Yeah.
two, no.
Cool. I'm going to draw a short sword. So I've got a dagger and a short sword.
Yep.
I'm going to attack with my dagger on the first one, on the one that's next to Fleeting.
Okay.
Cool. So that's 13 on the dice. So it's 19.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. So because Fleeting's next to him, I've
Yeah.
got sneak attack.
Yep.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a lot of dice.
So that's 4, 6, 2, 5, 23.
23 points of damage. Which one was it? The one with the black hair next to Fleet, parallel to Fleeting, or the one parallel to you?
It has to be the one next to Fleeting. I can't get sneak attack otherwise.
No. They're both within 5 feet of Fleeting, so you can choose which one. I wasn't sure which one you meant.
Oh, either one if they've not been damaged.
Okay, I'll just go. For the sake of argument, I'll go with the one on the outside. 23 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yes. You knock it to the ground as what's left of its life seems to leave it. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. With a DC of 5 plus the damage taken. 23 points of damage. It's not going to make that. So yeah, you actually do kill it outright. There we go. Nicely
Cool.
done.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to attack with the short sword, the other one.
Attack with the short sword on the other one. Okay, yep. With your offhand.
Cool. So I rolled a 2, so that's 9. No, 10.
10. Fine. You do hit it. Yes, mate. Roll some damage.
And then, just remembering, dual wield fighting, I don't add my modifier on the damage, do I?
If you haven't got
Straight
two
dice.
weapons, if you haven't got the feet for it, then no.
So it's just the
it's
dice roll.
just 5 damage to it.
Only 5 out of a possible 6? What? Okay.
But because I've attacked him, it means I've got free disengage, so I'm just going to move behind Fleeting.
Oh yes, because swashbuckler. Yes, you don't need to do a bonus action to do that, which is very canny
And
indeed.
because and also just checking, behind Fleeting, there's no enemies, right?
No. There are no enemies beyond Fleeting on your side of the room. You can just about see what's happening on the top of the ziggurat from this position
Cool.
as well.
I'm cool with 1 HP standing behind the paladin tank.
Sounds like a good place to be in, particularly when you are also the paladin. That's also useful. Okay, your turn. So over to Neris.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I can't see any enemies, can I?
So you're not in the smoke. You can't see any enemies through the smoke. You can see that Fleeting Look is bearing down on one zombie on this side.
Yeah.
You can also, if you move, you would be able to see the guy that Leobrin's rats have been attacking and who he fired an Eldritch Blast at. If you move.
Well, I will assume that I've seen that, and I'm gonna peek around the giant mass of just within eye line of that dude. Just a little peek. It's like surprise, mother.
Hey.
Some pies, mother. No, it'd be hilarious if I walked through the mist towards it and just said surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, that would be
but
badass. Next time.
Next time, also when I have more spell slots.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
That. But I will fire another firebolt at him. I'm being.
All right, roll to hit, please.
Ooh. That is 16.
16 hits. Nice one.
Just about. Yay!
Oh,
Okay.
No.
No?
He also uses a shield. I'm so sorry. No.
It's
It
fine.
would've hit,
We're making them burn their spells up. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. That's very good to burn up their spells.
He wasted a spell on your
Do
cantrip.
you have any bonus actions?
Net gain.
I would just. I have a little bit of movement left, right?
Yep, you've got.
Yeah. So I would
you've
just
got
like to
two
just.
2 spaces left. 10 feet.
Well, let me just jump back behind the mist.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
As far so.
Sneak attack. This is my sneak attack.
In order to
Just
get
go
the
like-
most cover from the smoke, I've actually had to move you towards the smoke Otherwise, you're kind of still in his sight.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
fine. That's fine. I just wanna move, like
Just have to get
out of
away.
his, out of his line of sight. That it,
No, fair enough. That's
Yeah.
fine. I think you think you're pretty well obscured from there. Cool.
Okay.
Next up is
I think.
fleeting look.
Cool. Fleeting for his bonus action is going to move his hunter's mark to the zombie in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to take a first swing with 2 hands on his weapon. 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that hits.
So 10. 5, D10. There. D10 and D6. Cool. So that's 6 plus 3. 3? Yes. Yeah, 6 plus 3 damage. So that's
So
9
points of
overall.
damage. Yep.
And then he's going to use his second attack.
Yeah. Fleeting look.
That's a 4 on the dice, so that's 10.
10 to hits.
Yep.
Roll some
And
damage.
then, much better. 12 plus 3, 15 on damage.
15 points of damage. That is enough to take it down to 0. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and it needs to get a 20 because 15 points of damage, and it's plus 5. 5 plus the damage taken is the DC. So 20. They've got a plus 3. Got to roll well. No. With that, the hammer connects. Sparks fly, and the zombie crumples into dust.
Cool. And then, just as a free action, he'd just like to turn around and pet Seth on the head and go, they're all gone now. It's okay.
Yes.
Being undead can't hurt you now.
That's very accurate. Love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, that's fleeting look taken care of. Next up, then, is the dude at the top of the ziggurat. It's over to Damon, who's still smirking as Brucon has tried repeatedly to try and punch him and failed, and he's finding it all quite amusing. Damon, in this moment, goes, "You may be fast, but are you fast enough for this?" And he looks at you, and he looks down at Fleeting Look. You both need to make charisma saving throws.
Oh,
Okay.
that is Fleeting's jam.
Yeah, Fleeting.
He probably
was
shouldn't have
okay
gone for
with it.
Fleeting, really. Should have gone for somebody else, but it's best person in sight.
No, I dropped. Okay.
Cool. Natural 20, and he's got a plus 7.
Okay,
Natural
15.
20, so his Fleeting's fine. 15.
Yeah, 1-5. No, I rolled
1-5.
50.
Brucon, in this moment, as you are staring down at your foe, and you feel the balance shifting, and then you realize, no, it's your feet that are shifting because you disappear from the current battlefield, and you arrive in a completely different plane altogether. All around you is mist, and you are temporarily, at least, banished.
Ooh.
Okay.
It-
Right, see you
Need
later.
to be banishing.
See you later, guys.
And he's now free to move, so he's gonna move around a little bit because he's a wily old fox.
Look at him with his movement.
Okay,
People
that's his
who-
turn.
peop- Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna bonus action do some spell slot stuff, but you don't have to worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
I feel like we do have to worry about stuff happening with Damon. I disagree with your assessment.
The good thing is you can only make 1 spell slot per bonus action.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
not end of the world crashing.
Fleeting definitely
That
needs
is
to
true.
lay some smack down on him.
Mm-hmm.
Get those
Sorcerer
concentration
is
checks
now with
made.
those sorcery points of
Fleet.
Tricksy.
Fleeting
Okay.
may have plans for a magical throwing hammer.
So next up is over to Malar. You are currently in the smoke, and you are aware there are zombies around you who have been trying to fight you, and you've been trying to fight them, and they haven't succeeded at all. You kind of have, but yeah, even still, with a melee attack, you are obscured trying to hit them, so you're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls if that's what you want to do. But then so have they, is the other thing to point out.
Okay, let's try something. Yeah, okay, let's try something. So is there a zombie between me and the ziggurat?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon 5 foot within range of that zombie and make an attack with it.
I'm going to say, given the smoke, you roughly know where they are. Can you just make an intelligence check for me? Just want to see how accurate you can get with your spiritual weapon, because you haven't got a reference point as you're in the smoke.
5. I am rolling low today.
Okay, 5. So you summon the weapon. I'll get a little blue dice out for your spiritual weapon. You make it appear, but it's a bit further away than you anticipated. It's about 10 feet or so away from where you'd want it to be.
Well, that's disappointing, I'll be honest. Let me just double check what this says about spiritual weapon.
Is it a bonus action or an action
okay.
to summon it?
It's a bonus action, so I'm going to use my action. I can't see the zombie in front of me.
You're aware they're there, but you have disadvantage to hit because of the smoke.
Yeah.
I believe that's how it
Screw
works,
it.
but please correct me if I've got totally.
If you're heavily obscured, if you're blinded, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, but they have disadvantage on defense, so it's an even roll.
Okay.
Unless the zombies have blind sight.
Nope. They do not have blind sight.
Yeah.
They're probably missing some eyes being zombies.
Yeah. Effectively, yeah, because they can't see you attacking them, and you can't see you attacking them. It ends up being a flat roll.
Yeah, it'll be a flat. Yeah, that makes sense. Flat roll.
Then I'm going to try and hit it with my stick.
They have dark vision, but that does not help in this situation. Oh no! What was it?
Oh no! They've got terrible AC. So it's 11.
It's. You strike with, notably, the quarterstaff that Neris gave to you some time ago. You've still got it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is still the same. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage to the one immediately in front of you. Yep.
Still standing, is he?
Yeah, currently still standing. Sorry, how much points of damage?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Then,
standing. He hasn't taken any damage yet. That's the first damage.
Malar will just trumpet. That's.
I'll say, just because you would be aware of this, Malar would be aware of this, the flaming sphere is directly behind you, so you know that hot presence is there, so up to you if you want to move, because you haven't moved yet.
No, I will. I can't. I want to head towards the ziggurat, and I feel like I'm pretty blocked.
Okay.
Just
in which case you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I will. 2.
It's only 5 points of fire damage, because I didn't roll very well either. So
okay.
We're okay. That's okay. Malar can take it. All right. End of your turn then. Okay. Our friend being attacked by I say our friend, he's not your friend at all. The guy being attacked by the rats. Now a second swarm of rats has come to join him. He's thinking, oh no, they just keep coming. He just fired a load of fire energy at them, and now another lot has turned up, so he's kind of
They're like oozes. You cause damage and they split.
Yeah, he just makes an intelligence check. Like, I can't use fire. Fire multiplies rats.
Yeah. Fire spawns rats.
It burns us. Right. What he's going to do? Let me just double check that this works the way I think it does.
If we say it doesn't, can it just not?
Okay. You know what? He's just gonna go for the damage because why not? He's
fair.
3 orbs of fire. Oh wait, it's a ranged spell attack. So no, he's not going to do that. He will do my original plan, which was he's going to. You can't see this for those of you in the smoke, but Neris, you do notice a dazzling array of colours and light coming from that direction as he casts colour spray.
At the rats.
At the rats. Colour sprays the rats.
Okay.
Got to get out of dodge. Get
What
these
does
rats
that
away
do?
from me. So I have to roll 60-10. And
It might blind them.
It might blind them, basically. Okay, let's keep counting
Darude
scores
by
here.
Sandstorm starts playing.
If you don't, yeah, exactly. If you don't mind keeping a track of the numbers here, Marshall, because this will affect your characters. So far I've got 15, 17, 18, 23 altogether. So I think
23
will
altogether.
one of the swarms be blinded?
Both of the swarms will be blinded.
Ooh, development. Okay, so they are both blinded currently for... I think it's just for a turn. Let me double check. Yeah, it's for 1 round, yes. So they're currently blinded and he'll use that cover to move away.
They're still going to attack, but they'll just have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, as reaction, sure, go for it.
That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. 2 misses.
Unlucky. Okay. So yeah,
That's
he
fine.
managed to get away.
They are
The
both
rats
blinded.
dazzled, and I see stars. And unfortunately, fortunately, actually, yeah. Oh, is your beast thing? It's permanently on, is it? Your beast speech.
It is a spell I cast. When did I last cast it? Less than 10 minutes ago.
Into the room, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I can still hear the rats. Yeah.
So you just hear them stars, stars, and then it's like, what's all the pretty lights? And it just 100 other voices, no, not 100, but a few other voices that you recognise as your rats, who seem dazzled at this point.
I'm very attached to these rats now.
Oh dear, Brucon, it's your turn. You are got time to console yourself and think for a moment as you're still banished. Leobrin, it's your turn. You're in the smoke.
Okay.
Does Brucon not get to do anything then?
I think as you're banished, I mean you can interact in the plane that you're in, but you can't you can't do anything that affects the battlefield. So
No, I know, but well,
Yeah.
so I mean, well, I don't really know. So what's what are we looking at here? What's Brucon's new environment?
Mala's just pulled up banishment in the questions. But
You get
it's
sent to a
not.
harmless plane.
Yeah, it's not
So you're not going
saves.
to get hurt while you're there.
He's while they're incapacitated, so Brucon
Yeah.
can't do it.
incapacitated in that place. Is that right?
Yeah, it's we've got to try and push concentration checks on Damon to try and get you back.
But yeah, currently
Or you'll be back in a minute, but we'd rather the first option.
Yeah. Next up, then, so Leobrin, you're in the smoke, and
Yep.
what would you like to do?
Try and remember the best way out. Yeah, because I don't know. I know there was a big ball of fire next to Malar. I don't want to blindly stumble into that. I guess go for the pretty much perpendicular, like vertical on the screen.
Yeah.
On our view, basically head directly out the cloud that way. Until I can see.
Sure. I think given that you were taking cover behind the brazier, I think I'll say that you'll still be aware of direction-wise where you are. You're not currently in melee or anything to distract you. So you can move out. That's fine. You kind of I'll say because you're stumbling through the smoke a bit, it does slow down your progress a bit, so it'll be difficult terrain. But you do get out. You've got 10 feet of movement left as you're out.
Okay, well, as I'm out, can I see? I mean, it's off the top of our view. Can I see Mr. Nasty?
Yes.
Mr.
So
Nasty, blind my rats.
From where you currently are, you can't see him, but you can see the rats. Some of them have like rolled onto their backs, and they're just like they look dazed.
You've
You've got 10 feet of movement if you wanted to move further.
Logically, they wouldn't have run away from the plinth, so I'll turn left, I guess, and follow the cloud around to try and spot this person.
Yeah, and with that, yes, with your last of your movement, yes, you can see just about your quarry.
All right, let us. I mean, Eldritch Blast this chap, I think. Yeah, Eldritch Blast. Ooh. 24? Yes, 24 to hit.
That hits.
Yay.
Roll some
Rolling
damage.
That is 9 force damage.
Describe to us, Leobrin, how you slay the red mage.
Well, this absolute coward that is running away from my poor rats, my poor blind rats, he is going to be blasted in his back as he runs away because, that person doesn't deserve a face blast. And they'll just be like a, you know, those videos when people come off skateboards and they just sort of like skid along on the front.
Yeah.
Like that.
And this bit of the floor appears to be relatively well polished because you do hear it as he slides across lifelessly on the floor. Yes, you slayed it, and another badass moment which nobody else actually saw. Neris just about can see you firing off the Eldritch Blast, and that's about all, unfortunately, because of the smoke.
Cool.
But still, cool, good stuff.
Verbal command to the rats to sort of head towards my voice for now.
Okay, they come back to you.
Yeah, so that's their turn.
One of them can inhabit your space if you'd like.
We'll keep them around. It's easier to keep track of things.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you for that. So end of your turn, end of the rat's turn. It's then the zombies. The not yet flambéed zombies. So one of them isn't in the smoke, and the one that isn't in the smoke turns around and has the attention of Fleeting Look. Just going to stumble over to him. And make an attack against him. 15, I think, misses. Fleeting Look.
That misses.
Yep, no worries. Good stuff. So, the zombies on the tower, on the ziggurat, are a bit confused at this point, and they start heading back down. The ones inside the smoke are aware that Malar's there. First of all, the one that got a bit burned is going to move one square back, or try to, because it's because of the smoke, he can't really see. So I'm going to roll a directional die and see where he goes. Try and get away from this flaming sphere. He walks straight into the flaming sphere because it's a stupid zombie. Takes 4 points of fire damage. Oh dear. Not going well for him.
Wait, whose flaming sphere was that?
Oh my! Yes, you're right. That was the mage who's just died. So yeah, no flaming sphere. That didn't happen. Ignore that. There's now no reference point. Good point.
Shut up,
there.
Seth.
Thank you. So
that thing is burning into my back. Shut up.
Okay, so the two zombies that are around you are going to try and attack you. They're within 5 feet. You're within 5 feet. You're both heavily obscured. So it's just a straight roll.
Well played, Malar. Well played.
And they both miss. 11 was the highest.
Oh, well played, Malar.
My
well
rolls
played
today. All right.
Thick skin.
All right. So that's the end of that round. Top of next round. Then it is over to Seth.
Cool. I've still got a short sword and a dagger in my hand, and I'm
You
just
haven't got a healing
behind
potion?
Fleeting. Not yet. I've been on 1 HP long enough. There's a semblance of a not entirely idiotic plan. I'm gonna attack the zombie that's in front of Fleeting.
Okay.
So I'll attack with my short sword first. 20. Not natural.
Oh yes, that most certainly hits.
1, 3, 4. Oh damn. I've forgotten how to math. 1 sec.
The maths.
Okay, someone remember 12. I'm really struggling to math here. 17. 21 damage.
21 points of damage. Yep, that is enough to take him down,
Yes.
and he can't make the save, so you slay the zombie.
Oh, sweet.
It crumbles to the ground.
Oh, I still have. How far? What can me and Fleeting see? Like, we're not in the smoke, are we?
Yeah, let me move the camera. There you go. You can see
not
around
gonna,
the side of
not
the
going
smoke.
to be much help for me.
Around the side of the smoke, 2 zombies are heading in your direction from the ziggurat.
And how far away is
Nearest one's
Damon
10 feet.
up the ziggurat?
No, they're on the grounds. They came down pretty quickly.
But how far is Damon?
Oh, you can't see Damon.
I can't
There's
see him.
nobody on top of the ziggurat currently.
Oh, did he? Where did he go?
Moved. He left. He went somewhere after Brucon was.
Did he go down the other side of the ziggurat?
Yes, he went down the other side.
Ah, shit. That ruins my plan. I was trying to give Fleeting some movement so he could go up there and throw shit at him to try and get Brucon back.
Yeah, I was gonna throw shit at him too.
Yeah, I even had a great throwing plan. Well,
I endorse the throwing shit at Damon plan.
yeah,
I can't because I'm incapacitated, but
Fleeting was going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him and then throw a javelin and the hammer to try and do enough damage to get you back. Cool, then I will just throw a dagger at the closest zombie to us.
Okay, throwing a dagger. Make an attack roll, please.
6 on the dice, so that's 14.
Oh, you'll get there.
And with my dagger, that's just 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. This one hasn't been hit yet. 3 damage. Okay, yep. Dagger's now sticking out of... again, this one, his head is partially caved in. There's not a lot of it, but what remains of his head you do throw the dagger into, but it doesn't seem to faze him at all.
Cool.
That's your turn. Next up, then, Neris.
Alrighty then.
Seth moves back. Seth moves back a bit, like 10 feet behind Fleeting.
Okay. Yep, no problem.
Now 20 feet, I'm fucked.
Wait a minute. You were there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There you go.
So there's only one zombie alive that I can't see.
There are 2 zombies. You can't see any zombies currently.
Yeah, I
you're
can't
aware
see
that
any.
there are 2 inside the smoke, and there are some more which Seth has just been fighting on the left-hand side. The right-hand side seems clear, though, where Leobrin is.
Well, Seth's just been fighting, so I'm gonna go towards the commotion.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to see where the other zombies are, the ones that Seth has just been fighting.
Yeah, using your full movement, you can get line of sight on the one that he's just hit with the dagger, with the partially caved-in face. So,
Okay, fabulous. So, Bolt.
Fireball! On fire. Make an attack roll.
Fire.
16.
16 on the die. That's definitely going to hit, so let's roll some damage.
That, my darling, is 9.
Ooh, very nice. Nice.
Does it die? Does it?
He's still up. But you did, yes. But he is burning a little bit in the chest cavity, and the smell of rotting flesh does come up from him, but it's still persisting.
Giving it some heartburn.
I think it's in need of some Gaviscon. Yes, other brands are available. We're not sponsored by Gaviscon, but we could be. So if you're from Gaviscon, get in touch.
Alrighty then. I think. I mean, I probably see that Seth is not great.
He's not looking great. Yeah, I mean,
No.
he's even paler than usual around the gills.
Oh,
I've spent this entire
dear.
fight on 1 HP.
I mean, well done.
Yeah. It's
I need to channel my inner Leobrin and not get hit.
Don't say that. All right. I'm just gonna yell out to Seth, like, "You okay?"
No, we are not okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And turn.
what a turn! Fleeting Look is next.
She did attack. I was like, did she actually just not attack?
You what?
No,
Cool.
she did. She fire-bolted.
I
Fleeting's
firebolted
turn.
with 9 points.
Go to Fleeting Look.
Cool. How many? So the only thing Fleeting can see is 2 zombies in front of us, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. Bonus action Hunter's Mark onto the first one.
Yep. Solid.
It's 10 feet in front of him. Said.
Yes.
Cool. He's gonna walk up and two-handed hit the weapon across the zombie's head.
Over what's left of its head with a dagger in it. Yep. Go for it.
He's gonna try and aim and hit the dagger into its head further.
Okay. Sounds good. Harder shot, but you never know.
That's 10.
10. Okay, so with a 10, it's just a normal hit. You don't do any extra damage with that dagger.
I wasn't going to finish damage, just if it kills him. That's how he's going.
All right, fine. Fair enough.
That and a D6. So, 10 damage.
10 damage. It tramples to the floor with 10 damage.
Is it still up? Or is it still alive?
You don't know. You don't know.
He goes.
It looks dead. Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Then Fleeting is going to carry on walking past towards the next one.
Yep. No problem.
When you get to the next one, this one's not been hit, has it?
No, not yet.
Cool. He's going to attack it with the hammer. That is 14 on the dice. Sorry, 14 overall. And he's going to throw on a first level Divine Smite just to get rid of it.
Ooh.
And he gets an extra D8 because it's undead.
Extra D8 of radiant damage, right, for a smite.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a lot. 3. 31 damage.
Well, at full health, it has 22 hit points, and because you did radiant damage, it doesn't get to make any saves to reanimate. So you slay it immediately. Just in one fell hit. It actually knocks the head off of this one. It flies across the room.
Cool.
Smoke. Nice job. All right, so.
I love it when
Not
Fleeting
concentration
gets
kicking.
actually involved in combat. It's great.
He's actually quite good.
Where is he right now? Fleeting. Is he at the base of the ziggurat?
Yeah, he's basically at the base of the ziggurat.
The big hole the zombies were coming out of. That's at the base, isn't it? How
Yes.
big is that hole?
It's roughly about around 5 feet wide. It's not a terribly big hole.
Oh, okay. Can Fleeting, with the remainder of his movement, start to make his way up the ziggurat?
Yeah. Yep, that's fine. He's moved about 15, so he can start climbing. He can start
Cool.
ascending the ziggurat.
Yes.
No problem. Nice one. End of his turn then. Over to our everyone's favourite in the corner. It's Damon's turn.
Boo! It's not my
Boo,
favourite.
his boo. Well, you know, he tried. Okay, he obviously
Where
can't
is
see
he?
particularly well where he is, so he's going to move that round the smoke bit, and he lays eyes.
As long as
on-
he's
As he moves round to the right-hand flank, he sees, because he's just witnessed one of his followers, dedicated followers, get slain by this warlock holding a staff and commanding two swarms of rats. Fixes you in the eye, Leo Bryn, and says,
run,
So-
Leo.
"So you like to play with magic, do you? Perhaps you'll enjoy this." And fires out a chaos bolt at you.
Ooh, exciting.
Run, Leo.
This is one of my
Could-
favorites.
It could be anything. Maybe. He casts it. He's going to cast it. What's he got here? He's got a few slots. He's going to cast it at 3rd level. Nope. 2nd level. My bad. Got that wrong. 2nd level. Because he doesn't have that 3rd level slot. That's my fault. Okay, 2nd level. It's a
2d8
19
plus
on the
2d6.
dice, so 27 will hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit. This is going to be fun. 2d8 plus 2d6. I wonder if that'll beat my HP.
Oh,
Goodbye, Leo, my old friend.
Okay. Well, your total hit points are 12, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's he chooses the damage based on one of the d8s.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're going to get hit with fire damage because that's appropriate. You take 17 points of fire damage.
Oh,
he's alive.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Main thing
And
is he's
trampled
alive.
to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
unconscious
Is-
at this time.
Is there any?
Sorry, it's an extra 4 to that because it was fire damage, which he
7,
has
8, 9.
extra proficiency for.
20, 21.
21.
Which is
Oh
still
my
not.
God.
Which is not
Doesn't rule you
24.
out right. Whew. All right, there you go. So that's his action, and then it's just the rats left on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Who are currently blinded, but it's not their turn yet. And he's going to, with you taken care of, I think he's just going to probably stay where he's probably going to move back towards the ziggurat, actually, recognizing the cover that there is there. All right, that's end of his turn. Over to Malar in the smoke.
Just out of curiosity, did we get any sort of audible cue that Leo was being down?
I imagine in the sort of cacophony of in the sounds of war that are happening around you, you would have heard the chaos bolt being unleashed. You would have heard just this arcane energy just burst out, like, but there's been a few of those at the moment. You may have heard. Make a perception check as a free action, Malar.
And then all you hear is, not the rough.
Perception.
I think I went down too quickly to protect the rough.
Not the rough.
6.
Yeah,
You
not
didn't
rolling
hear
well
him go
today.
down.
Okay.
His voice didn't stand out. Or whatever you'd like it to be, of him falling unconscious suddenly.
I think at 21 points of damage, there's not going to be much audible reaction from near instant death blast.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and bring my spiritual weapon into this zombie in front of me. Then try and get him out of the
fair
way.
enough. And you can
I
mentally
hit
command
him?
it. That's fine. It will go
Yes.
there.
Melee spell attack for this is all a bonus action. action. So that's better. Natural 20, folks.
Yes.
That's how you do it. About
double that damage.
Legion time. So 2d8.
Should really have a button. No, I shouldn't. That's a bad idea.
Oh, that's an 8 and a 5. So that is going to be 17 points of. It's 17 points of damage, and the damage is
Force damage.
Yes, it is.
That's exactly enough to take it to 0. So it does have to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC for it is 22, so it has to roll a 19 or a 20 to not be destroyed. And it failed. So with that, you dispatch the zombie immediately in front of you with a bonus action, because just cash, it's fine. So yeah, your action. What would you like to do?
Malar is going to walk to the ziggurat, assuming it's within his 30 foot of movement.
You can't see it through the smoke, but you can get to the base of it, and when you get to the base, you're just about out of the smoke, and you can start ascending if you'd like.
No, I want to check out this 5 foot hole that zombies have been pouring out of. It's all right.
Okay, that you can do. You can go inside if you'd like.
I mean, are more zombies coming out of it, or do they look like they of it?
It looks empty now. You can't hear any more zombies moaning, apart from the one that you left inside, which you... Oh, shit, you would have gone past. It would have had an attack of opportunity, actually.
Bring it on.
16?
Misses.
No dice. Fair enough.
So, how much of my movement have I got left?
You've got 5 feet left.
I'll go back towards where I was by 5 foot, and then I need all zombies within 30 foot to make a wisdom saving throw.
As in into the smoke?
Yeah, I'll just dip back in.
Yeah, just dip into the smoke. Wisdom saving throw for the 2 zombies that are within 30 feet of you. There's only 2 left. Okay. One succeeds with 18 on the dice. The other rolled a 2.
Okay, so the one that rolled a 2 is CR is less than half, or half or...
Yeah, it's a quarter.
He basically turns into a puddle of just dust and flesh. And the other one is now trying to get away from him. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's fine. The other one is...
So the one that was lying on the floor, which Fleeting Look believed he had destroyed Seth, and he kind of left in the dirt, looks like it's about to start clambering up again, when suddenly you hear the chant from Malar inside the smoke. Quite ominous, actually, hearing him echoing around this chamber, and you can't see him. And you witness this zombie just crumple and start melting into the floor. Soulbit has subscribed with Twitch Prime. They've subscribed with
Thank you, Soulbit.
Yeah.
saying love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Hey,
much,
Ty.
Soulbit.
We love you,
Thank you very
Soulbit.
much.
Appreciated.
Slash Thailand.
Subscription. Now that is when I should have the button go or something less annoying. Thank you so much. All right.
Quality support from our friends.
Always appreciate the support. Thank you so much for that. So next up then, with Malar doing that, it's over to, well, he's dead, so it's not up to him. Brucon is, you're still in this mist. You can't seem to move. You try to move. You try to run, and you just can't. Giving you plenty of time to reflect, Brucon, and we can elaborate on that later on if you'd like. For now, Leobrin, I need you.
Brucon doesn't like reflecting. Reflecting is very much not what Brucon's about.
Death saving throw.
Definitely want to tug.
He reflects on his last beer.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I need the survive
15.
gift.
One success.
One success. Well done, Leobrin. One successful saving.
Yay!
Wood.
Okay. Next up then is the rats, who they were commanded to stay near Leobrin, so they
They stay.
They're staying with you. They're gonna. One of them's just gonna move back, just at kind of more of a defensive perimeter around you.
Yeah,
in fact,
they'll defend themselves if attacked, but otherwise we'll just do what I last told them to, which is sit here.
one of them, one swarm is clearly a bit more compassionate, although it's the one with the least hit points. It's actually going to stand on top of your body, so they're just there, like on top, because that's as close as they can get to being around you. So.
Rat cuff.
You shall not pass.
Little rat shield.
Little coat of rats.
If he wakes up, can he still have?
Need an air horn. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
When he wakes up, he still needs to have Speak with Animals activated, so he just hears that as he starts waking up, the Rat King has risen.
He has awoken! Yes, that'd be fun. Okay, so then bottom of the round, it is the zombies. There is only one zombie left. It's heard and would have witnessed for a second this blast from Malar as he did his channel divinity. But he still needs to make an intelligence check just to feel his way through the smoke and actually get in the right direction here. No, hang on. I did directional dice last time. No, we'll do intelligence check. I think he knows the general area for you this time. It's a 17 on the dice. They have -4 intelligence, but I will say that with a 13, that's enough to move in the general direction of Malar. It stumbles over to you in the smoke and is going to try and slam attack with its with its limb. It rolls a natural 1. So Malar, as you sense this thing coming for you, its limb slaps into the shield, and it seems to catch it at an angle, and the arm just dismembers and falls off onto the floor right in front of you, just beyond the shield. Gross. Anyway, that's that. Top of the round, it is over to Seth.
I can't see anyone anymore, can I?
You can see
There's no
Fleeting
enemies,
Look
is there?
ascending the ziggurat. You can't see any enemies, no.
I'm going to walk over towards Fleeting, and for the very first time in a long time, I'm going to take a health potion.
As in
Good choice.
one that Seth already has on his person, rather than taking one off of Fleeting, right? Just to check.
Yeah, I'll take Fleeting's later.
Because you're currently 10 feet away from him, so you wouldn't be able to interact with him in that capacity.
That's
yet.
fine.
But
Cool.
you can drink a
So-
health potion by all means. Go for it.
7 HP.
Whoop whoop. 7 HP.
Up.
Cool. So I'm on 8 now.
Better than 1.
And I'm going to draw my last dagger, so I've still got a short sword and a dagger.
Yep. And
Someone
if you
remind
would
me
like,
to collect
you
these
could-
daggers at the end.
If you'd like, because you go past one of the zombie corpses, the one with the dagger in it, you could pull that one out if you prefer.
Oh, yes, please. I'd like to take that one back. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Okay, there you go. That's
Cool.
Seth.
Yeah, end my turn.
Neris, you're next. You
I'm
see
going
the
to-
zombies destroyed.
Yeah, I can see the zombies destroyed, and I can't see what happened. Can I do a perception check to see if I could hear anything about Leo's predicament?
All right, yeah, sure. See, sense.
13.
13. Just with everything else that's going on, and your focus was elsewhere. You haven't noticed his plight just yet. However, that being said, I don't think it would be beyond the realms of the character. Given that this side is currently clear, you can't see any enemies. If you were to choose to, I wouldn't say it'd be metagaming to be moving back over to the right-hand side to see if you can get a speed on things.
I would say, because of my personal motivations, I am going to follow Fleeting as much as I can. I use my full movement to follow Fleeting, and I want to go up the ziggurat, and especially now that I have a...
So your normal movement
backup.
gets you just...
Yeah. I could tell. I couldn't get to it.
You could dash and start ascending if you'd like to.
Yes.
Alright.
Please. And that'll be my turn.
Yep. You can start climbing along. You basically are right up there with Fleeting at the same height. You kind of catch him up. Start climbing up.
It's my bodyguard.
He just looks at you, and there's his normal kind of slightly vacant expression that he usually has as he looks at you. Seems a bit more determined this time, and just kind of nods, ready to go.
Nice. Let's do this.
All right. It's Fleeting Look's turn next, so you just catch up with him, and I think we've lost Seth. We've lost James.
No, I'm still here voice-wise. I just keep losing.
Yep.
Yep.
We can hear you. We just lost your picture. Yeah, we can still hear you. Hey. Okay. No, in fact, because of the smoke, he wouldn't have seen anything to do with that Chaos Bolt at this time. Yeah. Yeah, he can get to the top if he'd like to. He'll have half his movement left, 15 feet to get to the top, because he was halfway up. Yeah, he's on top. No, not from on top. Currently, no. He can hear the moans from inside the smoke, but he can't. He hasn't got a visual currently on anyone.
Yeah, can't hear James.
I can still hear him.
Yeah, he's coming through on the Skype.
Yeah.
And Skype might not be recorded by OBS.
Yeah.
Yes,
James.
I don't think we're going to pick you up on if you're coming through Skype. Just going to mute your audio on Skype.
Pavel just dropped a fate dice suggestion in the chat.
Oh, excellent.
Can you hear me?
I'm going to copy it over.
Vermin
Fate
triple
dice.
size, brilliant. Thank you. Yes,
I'll drop it in the fate
if you
dice.
want, if you look while we sort
Can
that
anyone
out-
hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, so what was I doing? Yeah, so Fleeting's going to use his divine sense.
Yes.
He really wants to find this guy. So as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by a Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Yep. Excellent. So with using that, he can then get a bead on the zombie that is in the smoke. Damon does not apply to any of those categories.
Cool.
So his spider sense is tingling.
Cool. And that's it. That's all he can do. He was kind of hoping to see Damon because we wanted to get proof on back.
Okay, no worries. That's that. After fleeting look, it is actually Damon's turn. So he's going to move out again to the right because he can hear what you guys are doing. He can hear there's people clambering up the ziggurat. Wants to get an eye out.
Can we
He
not
moves
see
far
him
enough
from the
back
top of
and
the ziggurat?
He couldn't because he was at the base of the ziggurat when Fleeting was at the top, so he wouldn't have seen him because it's 15 feet down. So now he's moved out to the edge of the room. He can see up to the top where Fleeting is.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
I think I'd need to see the map. But yeah, go ahead.
But essentially, he's moved about 20. He's basically moved about 25 feet away from the bottom of the ziggurat, so he can now see. He can see the top. Fleeting can now see him, and seeing him at the top of this tower. Just to note, Neris is climbing the tower, and Seth's at the bottom, and Malar is just away from the base of the tower in the of the ziggurat in the smoke, so he can hear what's going on. And at this point, he turns and he laughs loudly, and because he's in the corner of the room, it echoes out. So this kind of helps you a little bit with knowing where Damon is. And centered on Fleeting Look, he casts Fireball at 5th level.
Jesus.
Now let me double check the damage on when it's upscaled like that.
It's a lot.
Is it an extra 2d6 per level or something like that?
Ooh.
Here we go. Oh no,
How far
1d6
away
extra. 1d6 extra.
How far away is Damon from Fleeting?
He is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's about just under 60 feet.
Perfect. Cool. Carry on.
Okay. Next turn. Lining up. Batter up. Okay. So fleeting look, and everyone else within that 20-foot sphere, which would cover Malar, Neris, and Seth as well, all need to make dexterity saving throws.
You all laughed when I was banished, but it turned out to be the best defensive move.
You are going to be the only person that survived. Dex save, yeah?
Cool.
1 second.
Oh, no.
The DC, I think, is 16.
21.
21 saves. So you take
17 for fleeting.
Succeeds.
26 for Seth.
That succeeds. Malar.
Rolled 2.
Oh no.
Succeeds?
No.
Oh.
So those who succeeded take half damage. So
I'm
full
still
damage,
going
I'll tell
down
you the
to
full
5th level.
damage.
And I just quick question, because I've got shields. Does that?
No, it only works
No,
on
it doesn't.
attack against AC.
Yeah,
Not an area
doesn't
of
it?
effects,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Absorb
yeah.
elements would be good.
Yes, absorb elements would be good.
Yeah.
if you had that.
Yeah, that would be good. Yes.
But if you don't have it,
things
then, sorry.
Yeah. Being a level 20 necromancer would also be good. All kinds of things that would be good.
All right.
now.
So the total damage, 24. Hang on, a bit more. It is more than that.
But Seth's unconscious again.
Yeah.
I feel like Jack's just going with the damage like this. Just doing the Salt Bay of damage.
Yes, exactly. 24, 30, 36 fire damage.
Jesus Christ.
Halved
Malar's
if you
down.
succeeded, so 18 to Seth, 18 to Fleeting Look, 18 to Neris. Neris, don't you have a
Fleeting.
feature that you're resistant to fire damage? Is that a thing?
Indeed, yes it is.
So that means you'd only
Got a
take
heritage.
9.
Yes. Okay.
Fleeting's is down to 9 as well.
Oh yeah, because he's
Ah,
resistant to fire
tiefling.
damage, so he takes 9 points of damage.
And Seth's
Seth's
down.
unconscious is and Malar is Malar down or up?
Malar is unconscious also.
No.
What? Why are we all dead?
And
But
No, not yet.
Fleeting is going to point his finger back at Damon, and he's just going to go, and he's going to back at you, and he's going to cast Hellish Rebuke at second level.
Hey, yes. So remember what I need to do for that.
Dexterity
Just
saving
check.
throw.
I think it's a dex save.
Yeah.
Yep, dex save.
DC what?
It'll be.
Oh yes.
His
his
spellcasting ability
15.
is charisma, so yeah, 15.
Yeah.
As so sorry. As Fleeting casts this back, Damon just doesn't move and goes, "What was that?" Casts counterspell as a reaction.
Cool.
Sorry, but you used his last third level slot, which is why he didn't use it last time.
Cool. We're burning through spells. It's fine. Just wear him down. Wear him down.
Yeah, wear him down with our lives.
Yeah, just
Where-
throw.
This is the first time it's ever not worked for Fleeting, so he takes out his other hand and he's like, "Come on, come on."
Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Leo, Seth, Malar, all knocking on death's door. Yeah, half the party are down. One of you is
Banished.
One of you has been banished, leaving Fleeting Look and Neris as the only up combatants at the moment.
Shoot him!
Some
And
tense
I have
times.
no healing abilities, but I can mend some clothes.
Do you have any healing potions?
Well,
Really good question.
I assume that, because we probably should have discussed this, but seeing as I was still, incarcerated
Yes.
with none of my
Yeah.
gear, I have
Didn't I-
nothing but the mage robes on my back.
That's true.
Didn't I give you a healing potion?
No.
Did
Oh, no,
I
you
think
turned it
drank
down.
one,
Never mind.
but no. Fleeting Look, obviously, as a paladin, may be able to help with some healing stuff, and some of the other guys may have healing potions on them. You could, if you find them, you can search them.
I got 3, but
Oh no. No.
Malar, cough, cough, Malar.
yeah,
Yeah.
We don't.
Get the
Aren't you-
healer back.
Aren't you in the smoke?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
I
Malar's
am.
turn. Malar, you need to make a death saving throw.
I
Also,
will.
DK,
I would like to use
wearing
my.
the t-shirt today. Appreciate it.
I would like to use my inspiration if I may.
Yes, you can use your inspiration.
Oh yeah, here we go. Both were below 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
but neither was 1.
No, neither was 1.
That doesn't really matter if yeah. But they were
unless
both.
they were both
both.
1, that would
Yeah,
suck.
exactly.
So 1 failed death save to Malar. Although if he does
Yep.
roll a 1, that next time that could be interesting. Just saying. DK, wink, nudge, wink. Just saying.
I can't. It's chance. I don't get a choice in it.
Yeah. Oh no, of course. I'm just telling you because we know things about things. So that'd be fun. Next up, that wasn't elusive. So Brucon.
I was going to say,
I'm
top
so sorry,
foreshadowing work there.
I've got to say, I'm really sorry, Bart, that you've basically been taken out of the fight and can't do anything at the moment. It's quite annoying. But anyway, you'll be back hopefully soon. Leoberin, death save.
Brucon pops back in, just this
Yeah.
devastation. Screaming like, what happened?
What? Yeah.
What? Different campaign, different character. Another pass, 14.
Yes.
Nice.
I am
Survive.
The
likely
odds are
to
in your
survive.
favour.
Very much in my favour.
Leoberin, the cockroach. Just he keeps falling down and he won't die.
Anyone else imagining a cockroach with a ruff right now, or is that just me?
Yes. Brilliant. Clip that. Somebody, please. Next up.
Kafkaesque, you say?
So the rats, very dedicated to their fallen leader, and they will stay where they are around you. Bottom of the round, it's just the zombie left, who's within 5 feet of an unconscious Malar. Finally, he might actually be able to get a hit on Malar. That'd be nice for the zombie, not for the rest of you. Does a 19 hit, Malar?
Yes, it does.
You're within 5 feet, which makes it a critical hit, which means you suffer 2 failed death saves, which means that the last breath drops from Malar in the smoke, away from everyone, unbeknownst to the rest of you, has just been slain. DK.
Well, hang on. Because I've got a question about this little trinket that I am currently wearing.
Yes.
The 7th level spell ability on it requires 3 charges.
No, it uses all
Yes.
remaining charges,
Okay, in that case then...
and it destroys the
I
item
guess
in doing so.
Fortune's Folly blares or does something. And will...
Would you like me to elaborate
expend all
on this
charges to rewind time by 1 round, bringing play back to the beginning of your turn. Move all creatures back to their positions in the previous round if they move, and undo all damage taken, and any effects imbued with during the round. If you are killed while attuned to this item, the effect will also be triggered, rewinding time to your killer's previous turn.
What?
It's good, isn't it?
A blinding light bursts out from the trinket, the Fortune's Folly, which is the timepiece around Malar's neck. It penetrates the smoke. It penetrates the entirety of the room. Everything fades to white, and we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be back.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
So we are back,
do it.
and in the break, just had a little revelation that Marshall has been eating his dice because they're gummies.
They're squishy. Squish,
That's
squish.
amazing.
Huh?
So, things have taken an interesting turn. A very interesting turn as Malar. When you, after this white light flashes, you swear your life had ended in front of you. But for a moment you wonder, is this the afterlife? Have I been good? Am I gonna meet the gods? Am I gonna be partying with Steve or Keith or the others? And then the white light dissipates and it turns to smoke. You'll realize with the stone floor underneath you, you're back in this chamber during this fight. And the pendant is no longer around your neck. You can hear Fleeting Look scrabbling up the ziggurat just behind you. So, if you'd like to interact and relay information to the party, you can do so as a free action now, but obviously within the normal means. So, 7 words, something like that.
Spread out, fireball.
Very good.
From?
And with that, the zombie, as before, staggers over through the smoke to try and attack Malar. They're both obviously heavily obscured, so it's a straight roll. And that's a 15 on the dice. Does an 18 hit Malar?
I think 18 is his AC.
Okay, so it does hit. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Wow. From this one zombie, this one that, as you see it through the smoke, you get a flashback and to the same one standing over your prone, dying form. This is the guy that killed you, and you're very much aware of it.
I love that the only reason I know his AC is 18 is because he's used that pendant to save Steph so many times, and now it's gone.
Yes. All right. So then it's top of the round. It is Steph's turn.
Cool. With the warning of fireball, I'm going to yell to Fleeting, you take the right, I'll take left. And I'm going to move around towards the left of the ziggurat. I've got dagger and sword because I still took that dagger from that zombie.
Yeah, that's fine. Just to clarify, when you say left, do you mean as in like the far end of the room? Because obviously...
No, around the ziggurat. So the big ziggurat's in the middle.
Yeah.
When we walked up towards it, so Leo is on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Me and Neris were on the left-ish.
Yeah, along with Fleeting. He's on the left side too.
Yeah, he's on the left moving towards the middle, isn't he?
He's just climbing the ziggurat currently. He's just climbing up the left side because that's the nearest to him. But if you tell him, yeah, he can go up the right if you prefer. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to get clear that you're going to tell him to go right and you're going to go up the left.
I'm not going up the ziggurat. We're going around the ziggurat.
Right. Okay.
I'm not on a ziggurat, am I?
No, you're not on the ziggurat. The ziggurat goes to the back of the room, so you can only go around it one way if you want to go around it, which is through the smoke or around the smoke.
I have no idea. I've got zero idea. I'm afraid I'm having trouble seeing the map and can't understand.
What are you trying to achieve, James?
Yeah.
So there's a ziggurat at the back of the room, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Big pyramid-looking thing, yeah?
Yes. But it rises up to the back wall. It's not a total pyramid, as in the walkway is kind of comes out from the wall, if that makes sense.
So you can't. Okay, so it's not.
There's no space behind it.
There's no space behind it, exactly.
Oh, I've been operating on the assumption that there's a space behind it. That's why Fleeting went to the top to see if he was hiding behind the ziggurat.
When you said behind, I meant, on the other side of the ziggurat to where you guys are on the right-hand side. That's what I assumed.
No, not at all. Okay, then I'm going to stay on the left-hand side, and take another health potion then. My last one.
All right. Okay, that's Seth's. Are you doing anything for a bonus action, Seth? Because that's your action.
No, I'm just moving back away from everything.
Sure. You can back up. That's fine. Yeah. Sorry, guys. This will be a lot clearer, obviously, when we're all finally back together in the same room. But yeah, as long as we're sorry, it's some creative license, but I'll do the best I can anyway. In the meantime, so. After your turn, it's Neris. So you see Seth backing up towards you.
So what I'm gonna do is I just had like a stroke of inspiration. I assume I still heard the chaos bolt from the general. I'll know what general side of the room it happened in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I want to, from where I am, take the truest possible course towards it through the mist.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and walk straight into the mist.
Bold
as far as
move.
my movement will take me.
1, 2, 3, 4. About there.
I try to keep as straight a trajectory as possible.
Okay. Yeah. You are stumbling through the mist currently. As I said with Leobrin, because you're trying to feel your way through, which is it will be difficult terrain just because you can't see in front of you, so you have to slow down. Okay. So that was movement. You've obviously got an action. Did you want to dash?
Yeah. So I want to move as far through that as possible.
Okay. You are aware when you... Oh, no, he's not there. He's with Malar.
Yeah.
You can make, as a free action, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is 17.
17. Okay. You realise just before it happens, probably should have gone for a wisdom save, actually, but doesn't matter. You realise that you're about to run into the brazier that's the centre of this smoke, and you nimbly dodge out of the way using your elf-like agility and your elf-like eyes. That elf eyes managed to spot it as well, to harken to a joke from another session. So you dodge around it, and you can keep moving. You're still in the smoke at the end of your dash. So that's your turn, unless you have a bonus action like sorcery point shenanigans.
Not right now.
Cool. Next up, Fleeting Look. He's
If I
ascending
move
the
around,
ziggurat.
if he moves around to the right-hand side of the ziggurat, so from the picture that you sent last time, like he can just move in a straight line.
Yeah.
Towards the
so
right-hand
he's not
side.
ascending; he's just going across. Yeah, that's fine. He can do that.
How he's not going to get into smoke, is he?
Just the edge of the smoke. I'll say he can get through it without an issue.
Okay, can he get to the other side then?
He just gets to the corner, yes, and sees Damon there. He's about 10 feet away from Fleeting Look.
And how much movement do I have left?
That's his entire movement to get there.
Entire movement, cool.
It's 30 feet.
Bonus action, I'm going to put Hunter's Mark onto Damon.
Okay.
And then I'm going to throw the hammer.
Yes! Oh, it's
Yes!
not here for this, but yes.
Can he throw it as a two-handed weapon? Like if he gets both hands?
No,
is it two-handed or is it just?
No, it's specified that it's thrown. It's got 1d6 damage when it's thrown.
1d6. Okay, cool. So yep, I want to throw that.
Okay.
That is 23.
Yeah, 23 is going to hit. He can't shield that. Roll some damage.
Cool. So d6 for thrown, isn't it then?
Yeah, d6 plus strength.
13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. Actually, got a hit on this guy. Yes.
And
Wait,
does
13.
he
Nice.
have to? And does he have to make a concentration check now or after the next hit?
Yeah, it'll be for each hit.
Okay, so 13 for the first check.
So it's the damage halved or 10.
It's,
so it'll be 10.
it's 10 or half, whichever's higher.
Okay, 10.
He rolled a 2. Hang on a second.
Does our monk come back?
I just
Don't
double check
toy
if
with
there's
me.
something else on here that affects his. I'm not sure if he might be a warcaster or something. Let me just double check.
He doesn't need to be.
No, 'cause he- no, he doesn't. So he rolled a 2, meaning he rolled a 4, and so with that, bam!
We're back in the room.
You appear back at the top of the ziggurats.
Yes,
but
Fleeting.
Come on.
there are no zombies
And-
below you, and there is no Damon in front of you on the lectern. But it's still Fleeting Look's turn. So you've thrown the hammer.
And I've thrown the hammer. I've already used my bonus action, so he draws a javelin, and he's going to throw the javelin at him.
Yep. Make an attack roll.
19.
He does shield as a reaction.
Damn.
Misses.
Cool.
Nice one, though.
yeah.
Brought Brucon back. That's fantastic. Yeah! Come on, team.
Thank you, Fleeting.
Now
Thank you,
standing there
Dan.
After no weapons, he's just sort of standing there on the corner of the ziggurat, like, yeah, come on.
Extremely well done, Dan. Thank you very much. You
Yes.
get all the credit. Much joy and love.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan did brilliantly.
Yeah,
Hooray,
Dan.
Yeah,
Nice one.
You go,
I'm
Dan.
glad we've got Dan.
This
Dan's
is the
the man.
time when I need my phone to cut out and
James.
disconnect me.
Thank you, James. I really appreciate it.
End of Fleeting
in
Look's
the night-
turn.
In the
It is
nicest way
Damon's turn.
possible, I'm really glad Malar died.
Yeah, it actually worked out for the best in that in a not good situation at all. That's worked out quite well. All right. So it's now Damon's turn. Recognizes that the tiefling, the paladin, is advancing on him, so he's going to back it up a little bit
Yeah, that's right, back up.
to the edge of the room. Back up, back up.
Back it up.
And realizes that that spell didn't work. So
Is he still smirking?
yeah, I mean, the smirk has dropped a little bit because he lost concentration on his spell, which has upset him. So he's pouting a little bit, actually. All right, so what he's going to do... Oh, dear. Fleeting Look and Brucon both need to make wisdom saving throws.
It's okay. It's wisdom. It isn't.
That's
wisdom.
not banishment.
It's wisdom. It's not banishment again. I say it's okay. Watch me fail this horribly, and something even worse happens. Wisdom save.
Oh, Fleeting is smirking. That is a 21.
Oh, man, he's fine.
You know what his modifier is? 2. His modifier is 2.
Oh,
Quality.
oh no. Brucon, how did you do?
I'm fairly confident that a 10 is not a success.
Oh, buddy, no. Finally,
If I bring you back and you hit us,
the whole
No.
person takes hold, and you are currently paralyzed at the top of the ziggurat. So you've gone from being incapacitated and not knowing where you are to knowing where you are and being incapacitated. But fortunately, with the whole person, you get to make the save again at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So that's
And I am taking this very much as a compliment, and he's right to do this because when/if I am I'm no longer subject to this man and his bullshit, it's going down for real.
then Damon's going to be
It
the one
really
that's
is.
paralyzed.
oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh joy, utter joy. All right. So he does that, and then he's going to bonus action do some sorcery stuff. Because he can.
Saucy.
Sorcery stuff. Okay, that is
Saucy
his
game.
turn taken care of. So it is over to Malar, the man of the hour, the man of the minute, the man of the
Feel
round.
free to force more concentration checks.
Okay, let me have a
Not
think
your
about
friend
this.
today.
Probably actually not the highest priority, but it's definitely an option, which I invite you to
Yeah.
strongly consider. Saving
So
the
there's
Aubrey
still
might be a better plan, though.
Yeah, I'm decisions, isn't it? At this point, there's a zombie within 5 foot of me.
Yes.
Let's whack the spiritual weapon into the side of him.
All right. Make an attack roll.
That's a 15 on the D20, so plus another 7, so 22 to hit.
22 hits. Yep.
What was that? Was a D8, wasn't it? Yep. That's going to be 5 points of force damage.
5 points of force damage. Okay. It's still standing.
I would like to move back 5 foot out of the smoke.
Okay. It gets an attack of opportunity on you as you move.
Fucking go for it.
Yep. 6 on the dice. We can forget about that. That does nothing.
Okay, so I'm out of the smoke. I look up the ziggurat and I want to look off to both my sides. Do I see Brucon? Do I see Fleeting Look?
You can see Brucon. The smoke is covering Fleeting Look from your current position.
I will run along the base, sort of not going up any levels, but I will run perpendicular along the base of the ziggurat.
I think I can see where this is going. I like it.
Sort of like towards, not that I know that he's there, but up towards the direction of Damon.
You can get to about the middle, I'll say.
Sure. Screw it. Let's do this. I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope. All players all party members within 30 foot get advantage on wisdom saves. They get advantage on death saves, and any healing is maxed out. You don't have to roll.
Excellent.
On all party members within 30 foot of Malar.
Fist bump
badass
through the
stuff.
webcam.
What was?
So Beacon of Hope. A
Beacon
great
of
time
Hope.
for some hope, I think. So that
Am I in
Brucon,
that?
Fleeting Look, and yes, it does affect Neris. Unfortunately, Leobrin is just outside of that area.
Yeah.
No, you're kidding me.
Yeah, I'm really
You
not.
are
I wish I
kidding me.
was. I wish I was.
Ah.
He's just outside the area. Fortunately, he's doing okay on the death saves. You got one success so far, right?
Got one success so far.
So that's something.
Yeah.
From where I am, what can Malar see?
I see why it would have been good.
The death saves. So from your angle now, at the bottom of the ziggurat, so you can see just about on the edge of the smoke. You can see Fleeting Look, who's running across just above you, across the ziggurat steps. You can see Brucon on the top, who's currently fixed in place, but he's actually in the room, which I guess you probably didn't know about because you were in the smoke, actually. So he's probably been there the whole time, as far as you're aware.
Yeah.
That's all you can see currently. Oh, no. Beg your pardon. Beyond Fleeting Look, you can see Damon, who's backed up to the edge of the right-hand side of the room. Let's tilt the camera, because I think the action's over that way.
Then I'll shout, he can fireball. We should spread out. And that is Mallard. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Leo. I really thought
No. It's yeah. It's D&D. It's not real life.
It's okay. He's not dead yet. Brucon, it's your turn. You can make the wisdom
But
save
all
with
I, say,
advantage because of Beacon of Hope.
all I can do is make that wisdom save, isn't it? So
With advantage.
One more turn. Watch me flub this anyway. Oh no, yeah, 19.
Oh, with that, your force of will channeling just a moment of calm, maintaining the balance within yourself. Because you are a guardian of the light. And with that knowledge, you break through the hold person spell, and you relinquish that spell from you. That's the end of your turn. Next up is Leobrin.
Hello.
You did a thing.
I'm gonna do a thing. That's a fail.
Okay. One fail. Oh, buddy.
Take one of those off. What are the odds now? Let me just.
Sassy Siren Rain, thanks for joining in the chat. I believe Marshall is answering your questions really well because I can't see you very well. I can't see the writing very well from this position, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Continue onwards.
Yep. The zombies. There's only one zombie, and it is stumbling around in the smoke. Now that Malar's left, it's even more disorientated. So I'm going to roll a directional die. Okay, it's going to move that way. Interesting. Stumble, stumble, stumble. It does actually come within 5 feet of Neris. So it will lash out at you. Does a 13 hit, Neris?
No!
No! No! Good. It's within 5 feet
No!
of you, just so you're aware, but it flails limply at you. It's clearly falling apart. I mean, it's missing an arm, weirdly. But it looks like quite a fresh wound. Anyway, that's the end of that. Top of the round. Over to Seth.
Can I see the zombie attacking Neris?
No, that's in the smoke.
Okay. Can I see anything outside the smoke?
Yeah, you saw Malar and Fleeting move around the ziggurats. They're now out of sight, but you know where they're going. They're heading towards the right-hand side of the map.
Can I start to make my way that way?
Towards the ziggurat, or just right?
Just right in general, as long as I don't finish in smoke.
Yeah, that's fine. You're not in the smoke. That's your normal movement. You obviously got action and bonus action because roads.
I think I saw you move on the map then, actually. I'm right near the entrance, aren't I?
Yep.
Okay, then bonus action dash to the other side of the room.
6. Okay, at the end of that, you can see a prone figure on the ground. You notice the green, and you notice the rat standing on top of this corpse. Or, well, not corpse, but on top of this body. And I'll say from this angle, you can see a rough. You know it's the ogre.
I can't see Damon, can I?
60-foot dark vision, yes you can. Just. He's at the other end of the room.
Cool. I don't have a health potion left, but I can still make... even without a medicine kit, I can still make a medicine check to stabilize him, can't I?
That's right, you can,
0.
yes. Yep. You need to move further to get to him, though, and you have moved your maximum this round. Without an action to move.
Okay, I'll use... How far is Damon from me?
10, 15, 20, 25, 55 feet.
Cool. I will drop my weapon and I will pull out my assassin's crossbow.
Okay. Oh yes, the one you took from the assassin, hence the assassin's crossbow. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I've renamed my weapons to everyone that I've killed to taken them off of.
Okay.
Well, that's not disturbing at all.
Cool.
Totally normal.
I'm gonna hold my action until someone's next to him or he attacks.
Oh yes, full rogue. Okay, holding.
Yeah.
You train the crossbow on him. Okay.
Yeah, and
if
he even just... Sorry, I don't want to give like, if he does this or that, but basically if someone goes next to him, I want to attack. Or if his aim starts to go towards Leo, I want to attack before he fires at Leo. Like if he's going to do like a finishing blow on Leo, I basically want to get his attention and have him attack me instead.
Okay, so if he attacks in your direction towards the Oberyn,
if he aims
attacks
towards
the Oberyn,
Leo,
someone
goes next to him.
Okay, 2 criteria, but that's I think that's fine. I'll let that go for a reaction.
Okay, thank you.
Because it can be a bit too restrictive, I think, sometimes. So yeah, let's do it. All right.
Cool, thank you.
Cool.
And then I'll end my turn there.
Yep, Neris, you're in the smoke. There is a zombie on your 5 o'clock. No, 7 o'clock.
It can be on my whatever o'clock. Because
It's undead.
I am...
It's undead, Neris.
Saucy.
I am casting Sword Burst, which is a cantrip.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Those swords that have been haunting you. So
14!
Does it have to make
I uttered the word.
Do they have to make a save with sword burst? Or
Yes.
think you
They have to do it. Sorry, I messed up.
That's okay.
There you go.
What is it?
So, 13 dex save.
Dex save. -2 on dex for zombies. This is a good call.
winning.
I did roll a 15 on the die, so 13. What was the DC? 13.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, buddy. No, that's no damage.
But am I on fire from it by any chance?
Because your swords are fiery swords. You are on fire, so yes, it does take fire damage. Good call.
4!
Is a fire
I feel like
beast.
that's a great line just to sum up Neris. Your swords are fiery swords.
Everything you touch is fire.
I just did 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points, but
that...
it's again, it's on fire. It's that this was the one that you firebolted earlier. It then got set on fire with a flaming sphere, which didn't happen because I got that wrong. So yeah, it's on fire again. It's a very familiar feeling. All right, are you moving at all?
Yes. Let me just have a look. So I'm gonna keep moving forward, as much as just so to come out of it.
You're out of the smoke, and you can see Leobrin unconscious to your right, surrounded by rats. And you can see the grinning, smirking bastard that is Damon to your left.
Okay.
You do get an attack of opportunity from the zombie, I should add. But
fine.
I rolled a 5, so he did nothing. So let's ignore that.
Excellent. Okay. So do I have any? So I can still dash, right?
No, you've used your action to use sword burst, so you don't have.
Oh
so
right, yeah,
I've
got a bonus action.
And you've got 5 feet of movement left if you want to move any further.
Yeah, but if I move any closer, my fire is going to be singeing the rats. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, and I'm because I can't quite see on the screen. I'm not immediately next to the rats or Leo right now, right?
No, you're not immediately next to them. No, I'm gonna try and I think I might relocate the camera at this point, but carry on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to convert my remaining 2 sorcery points into another first level spell slot.
Okay, nice job.
So, and that's gonna be it for now.
Great. I'm just gonna take the camera off a second while I move it around.
Yeah.
Next up is Fleeting Look.
How far away is he from Damon?
He is. Given the descent down from the ziggurats as well, 35 feet.
35. Son of a. Okay.
Noteworthy though, his warhammer, Fair's Storm, is within 10 feet of him because he threw it and then Damon backed off.
Cool. So he's going to walk up and pick up his hammer.
Yep.
He can summon it to his hand, remember?
But that's his bonus action, and I've got plans for that. So he's going to walk up and pick up his hammer.
Yep.
And then he's going to walk towards Damon. How close can he get?
He can get 10 feet from him.
When he's 10 feet from him, he is going to walk up towards him. He's going to just wave at him. He's just going to go, hi. And then he's going to Misty Step and appear behind him.
Damon's got his back against the wall, but you can certainly appear over here.
Next to him.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to be right next to him.
Yes.
And then with his hammer, he is going to crack down on his skull.
Okay.
Cool.
Get him.
And so the first one is a 17 plus 6. Math is failing me. Thank
23.
you.
That will hit.
Cool. Yep, D10 plus D6. This is why math is failing me. I know Fleeting's thing is a plus 6, and I'm reading Seth's thing, which is plus something else, and it's confusing my brain. Cool, so that first one, 8, 5, plus 3, so 16 damage on the first hit.
16 damage, yep.
And then he's going to attack again with the hammer.
Okay.
18 plus 6.
Oh,
24.
Yes.
And he's going to throw on a first level Divine Smite on that.
Yeah.
If Fleeting drops this guy before Brucon gets a chance to lay a finger on him, then fair enough, I guess. But it's going to be
So
high.
that's Divine Smite with his Hunter's Mark. Those are some shit dice.
I just see numbers like adding up. It's like
It's like Rain Man.
22 damage.
Never mind.
22 damage. Yep.
And because Fleeting's next to him, Seth's opportunity attack fires.
Yep. This coordination when you're the same person, remarkable.
And that's 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
D8. $19 damage.
19 damage. The
this is
crossbow bolt
beautiful.
hits into his chest, coughs up some blood, and hunches over. The smirk has gone. He's dripping blood from his mouth, but he is still standing, and now it is his turn.
I feel like Fleeting would do this. Even though Fleeting's next to him, he can probably just see Seth from across the room. So he's gone from hitting him to just, "Hi, buddy," giving away my position across the room.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. So, with that then, Damon pulls out a dagger. It seems to shine with a strange arcane light. He throws it at the ceiling above Brucon, the middle of the middle of the room, above the ziggurat.
No, ceilings kill Leo. Don't do it.
This fucking guy.
It seems to travel like a bullet, just with the force of this arcane magic. It hits. You hear a crack and an explosion above you, Brucon, but only small remnants of rock fall down. He turns to Fleeting Look, grimaces, and then turns to Neris and says, "We got everything we needed here. Until next time." And he dimension doors.
I am going to kick this guy so hard in the dick.
So yeah,
Let's stab him with my shadow blade.
This warping black ball appears behind him, and he just steps into it and disappears.
Is there any chance I can just last minute just throw one of the shadow blades just right up?
You do so. You can knock off the spell slot if you like. You do it, but it hopelessly smashes into the wall.
No, it was hypothetical.
Yeah.
If he steps into it, does that mean Fleeting gets an attack of opportunity?
No, because he doesn't break 5 feet of of Fleeting even when he steps into it.
Teleport.
Teleport, yeah. Anyway, with that, you believe your troubles. Well, very pissed off, especially Brucon, who's now able to move. Brucon, it's a bloody good job you can move right now because a spherical stone object about 10 feet in diameter falls from the ceiling above you down to you on the lectern. You need to make for this, I'll say you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is 23.
23, you succeed. You roll out of the way as this boulder crashes down. It destroys the stone lectern in front of you. It immediately, with the momentum that seems unnatural for the slope, rolls down the ziggurat. Unfortunately, our cleric is in the middle of the ziggurat at this time as well. So, Malar, you need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Saving.
Can Brucon, with the combination of his insane speed, because the boots of speed are still active, and the and the saving throw, can Brucon, try and run forward and offer whatever assistance he can?
You know what? For this, I like it. And you do have the boots of speed, and let's face it, you've done nothing this entire game.
Oh,
So,
hang on.
Like,
Burnt by the DM.
So
Wow.
I think so. No, as in not as in totally my fault, not your fault. As in you haven't been able to do anything. So I would say that yes, let's have
One
an attempt at
hit.
this.
All I needed was one hit.
You missed.
That's not entirely true, but
Spellcaster.
So
That's not
Brucon,
entirely-
I need
guys-
you to make
Yeah.
this will be a
Athletics
wisdom.
check.
Doing it in my head. I would say athletics, but I think it's more determined on your wits that you need to be aware of what's happening. So for this, I'm going to say this would be a let's just call it a wisdom check.
Just straight up.
A straight
roll
up
the
wisdom
dice
check.
naturally. Okay. Let's see what we come up with on that. 20, not natural, but 20.
20, good enough. Okay, yep. You can, as a reaction, then use your movement to run and bowl into Malar to try and knock him out of the way.
Cannonball.
So you still have to make the saving throw, Malar, but you now have advantage on it.
Sweet. Okay, I'll do that. Here we go.
Double one.
That's a 19. No, wait, hang on. That's 19 on the die plus 3.
So 22. That is good because 19 would have failed. On a success, you take half damage and you're not prone. So that's nice. So although Brucon manages to knock you out of the way, I'm going to quarter the damage because he's done that actually. Meaning you only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as kind of as this boulder rolls past. It just skims over your shoulder a bit. Doesn't cause too much damage. More friction burn than anything else. Continues rolling. You hear it as the one remaining zombie is immediately run over. This is followed by a crash as the boulder smashes through the stone slab that Neris, you remember, you were tied to a few days ago in some horrific scenes. And it continues to roll down the passageway that you guys had entered this room from. A moment or so later, you hear a dull crash further ahead, further back down that passageway. And then everything goes quiet in this room momentarily. You have a moment to regain yourselves, and we've still got a Leobrin on the floor. So you have 1 round, guys, if
Death
you'd like
save
to
to make.
do anything to help out Leobrin. We'll keep it in initiative to make this simpler. So Damon just left, which means it's Malar's go. Malar, you're currently prone on the ground. Oh, sorry, you're not prone because Brucon helped you. You're up,
Yeah.
sorry.
If I can I see Leo?
Not from here because of the smoke, unfortunately. But you can
Then
move round with your movement.
Has Seth or anybody sort of mentioned that Leo is in a state?
I'll say as a free action, if you'd like to, Seth, and you probably should, mention that Leobrin's down.
When Thingy disappears, I will yell out, Malar, Leo needs your help, because I don't trust fleeting with healing.
I will sort of try and locate Seth then, and when I do, I will dump a first level word in him.
Okay, so you get, with your full movement, you can get within 20 feet of him, so you can healing word, if you've got that, right?
Yeah,
you can do
okay. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, plus another 1. Leo, you're up, you're conscious. Take 8 points of healing.
Brilliant.
2/3 of your
yes.
health.
Leo, you snap back from a peaceful dream. You dreamed you were back in, not in Manylands. You dreamed you were in the Feywild at one of those lavish parties that you attended frequently with other courtiers like yourself from Manylands. And
That's nice.
you're following a stag up the stairs, and you remember from that vision that you had that one time with a stag that led you up some snaking around a trunk of a tree, and at the top was your lady love. But before you can get there, you're rudely interrupted as you snap back to life, and you are looking at the ceiling of a cave, and you can see there are small shards and bits of shingle falling from the ceiling, which, as you know, Leobrin, can be quite deadly.
It's my mortal enemy. Getting up and running away? No.
Yeah.
Are we still doing this in initiative, or?
For the moment, yes, but we'll change that in a second. Sorry, go ahead, Leo. And what do you want to do?
What is there to do? The ceiling's falling.
It looks like it's going to give way. Yes.
Did we kill the guy? Should we leave? Are we meant to? Where do we go? That's all the Leobrin will do.
Okay. Yeah. So it's So yeah, I'll say now. Let's say you're out of initiative for now. Okay, but you do notice that the ceiling, there are larger bits of rock, shale. There's bits of there's stalactites that's starting to fall.
So-
you hear a rumbling. It's getting worse.
So, Neris is just standing where she is, staring at the place where Damon teleported away. Just like a blank expression, and then she just screams at the ceiling and throws a firebolt at that spot.
Oh
So
no.
Luke dodges out of the way, like, because he's like right next to that spot.
Yeah. So just for dramatic effect.
Yeah. Of course.
And then turns on a heel. Actually, a quick perception check, may I?
Yeah. Go
To
ahead.
see if there's
Yeah,
any other
see if-
exits.
See
Okay.
if we're all alive.
That's 9.
What are you looking for?
Any other exits, or is there just the one?
It's just the one that you know of.
Okay,
that
okay.
you can see.
Then she turns on a heel and just walks past. Leo starts walking, says, "Come on," like towards that exit. And as she goes by Leo, she like puts her hand, like almost like kind of whacks on his like chest to cast mending to bend some of the rough,
The
but like
rough
kind of
in the
like
area.
it's like almost like a pat, like it's not like, oh, let me mend you. It's
It's more business-like,
yeah.
Spartan.
It's more like I'm so mad right now.
So a
Um,
red mark appears on your bare chest momentarily, Leobrin, when she does. There's no damage, but then the fibers of your tunic start knitting back together.
Cool. Oh, we're
But
still
yes, the
using
ceiling is
the
falling,
one
the
action
ceiling is
mending
falling.
rather than 1 minute
Yeah.
mending.
Yeah, we'll say
is
for the purposes of this that it happens pretty instantaneously. Yeah, or starts
Cool.
Is
to.
the
Anyway.
ceiling still falling?
The ceiling is starting to fall more.
Can it be
than
done
before.
slightly more forcefully because I'm mad? To just more furious rethreading.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say for the purposes of this, it is doing that. But when you let go, it's still mending. It hasn't finished mending, and you kind of are concentrating on it essentially
Yeah.
to keep it mending. So, guys, the ceiling is about to fall in. You've got to
Hang
get
on.
out
So I
there.
told them, come on, and started walking like.
I'm
Yes.
going to quickly say, Leo, detect magic. Is there anything we can take?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Mr.
enough time to loot,
the
so
sky
let's-
is falling.
But if there's something magical of theirs we can take that can help, let's do it quick rather than searching everything. Leo, detect magic. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Why do I remember, Jack, you saying that the Indiana Jones trap was triggered by Damon hurling a dagger or a sword or something at the ceiling where
Yes.
Brucon was?
Oh,
Can Brucon see any trace of this thing?
You watched its flight path, and it just exploded as it hit the ceiling and just evaporated into.
Okay, so there's
Arcane
nothing
dust.
there. Cool. Okay, well then, yeah, just a kind of a quick scan of the room to see if there's anything that looks particularly significant.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
Sure thing, I believe. Yeah. 9. So no.
9. The only thing
No,
the only thing
I
of
rolled
note is
no
the
in German.
yeah 9. The only thing of note would probably be on the corpse of the Red Mage Moor, the guy in the red armor with the large glaive. There could be something interesting there, but certainly heavy. Other than that, nothing of notes, and the lectern's now been destroyed too.
Lectern.
Edged weaponry of that kind is not really high on Brucon's priority list, generally speaking. So I think he's just going to shout out, I think we should probably leave here now.
The red armor, was it plate or chain?
Plate.
So
I'm going to yell to...
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, you go.
No, you go. Sorry.
I'm going to yell to Fleeting. I'm going to be like, Fleeting, let's go get my dagger. And I'm going to try and encourage him to come with me towards the plate guy with the maul to get my dagger back.
He will gladly follow you. And no
when we get there, I'm just going to be like, cool, you take his left arm, I'll take the right. And we're going to drag the whole guy because we don't have enough time to steal his plate armor.
As you get to the guy, more stuff starts falling from the ceiling. You need to both make dexterity saving throws. Everyone in the room needs to make a dexterity saving throw, actually.
Wonderful.
And Leo, have you detected any magic yet?
I don't know. Have I?
Around your immediate vicinity, no. There's apart from the smoke coming from the brazier,
and probably my rats.
I was kind of hoping that
items.
I was kind of hoping the red mage on the right would have like a magic wand or something.
Nearest lights up like a Christmas tree. Fleeting's Fleeting's warhammer lights up before he moves out of your range.
Fleeting got a 15. I got 18.
Okay, so you both succeed, which means you.
I
take
got a
damage.
non-natural 20.
Non-natural.
Nice.
Okay, Yap succeeds also. Did anyone
Leo.
get... Sorry, go ahead.
Leoben got a 16. The rats got a 17 and a 13.
Okay, the 13 is a fail. Just Malar, Brucon. How'd you guys do?
23.
Again,
5.
Malar fails. Okay, so those who succeeded, you take half damage. So you only take 8 points of damage. Those who failed take 16 points of damage.
On that, Malar is getting the fudge out of there, and if he runs past whatever Seth is trying to do, he basically grabs whatever that is, hoiks it over his shoulder, and fucking runs.
Me or the corpse?
Corpse.
So to specify that,
okay.
Yeah. So before, sorry, Marta. Before you jump in, so Seth and Fleeting move to the other side of the room to go and get this corpse. Malar would have to then move over there, which would take him even longer to then pick it up.
No, then he's just
I
leaving.
think he's just getting out. Yeah.
He's getting out.
Sorry,
Brucon,
Me and Fleeting
Brucon,
carry.
Brucon
Yeah,
has
what I've been trying to say is, like, as these deck saves happen, like, because Neris is already way ahead towards the exit. When she gets to the exit, she turns around and sees that nobody's actually following as people, like, trying to loot bodies and dragging dead bodies out. And she's like, guys, come on!
I'm not looting the body. I'm looting the whole body.
Well,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, is there any opportunity for her to sort of use a cantrip or something, like a firebolt, to knock one of the big, like, rocks coming from the sky to try to cover people escaping?
Yeah, I like that. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. We'll get back to that. Remind me. We will visit that.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Brucon,
Sure.
what did you say, Bart? You were going to do?
Well, Brucon can move 160 feet around.
Yes.
So he's happy to zip over and try and lend Seth a hand dragging this thing.
Okay. Is it so, Seth? If you're dragging the guy.
Me and Fleeting are both carrying him to try and do it as quick as possible.
Yep. Okay. So with Brucon zipping over to help you as well, this will make it a lot easier. So you get an athletics check with advantage.
Nice. For Fleeting, he has proficient in that.
So just go with fleeting rather than yourself. Because fleeting with advantage if he's the main carrier. Yeah, you're helping him.
Yeah, he's got 24.
24. Okay, so yeah, you do manage to get it. It's obviously half your movement to drag this guy across. He's pretty heavy, but you can do it between you guys.
Yeah, we're both dashing as fast as we can now.
Yep. So Leobrin and Malar, at this point, you get to the corridor where Neris is waiting. Brucon, Fleeting Look, and Seth. You're gonna have to make the dexterity saving throws again. You have disadvantage this time because of your encumberment, but Neris can attempt to strike some of this out of the sky to try and help you. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Fleeting's not too bad, but I don't think that's going to pass with disadvantage. He's got 12.
Yeah, it's a fail, unfortunately. So you will take the full damage.
And Seth has 19.
That succeeds. And Brucon?
Well, 9.
9, that's a fail. Right, so the full damage, don't apply it yet because we're about to change it. So the full damage is 16. So currently, currently it's 16. Neris, make an attack roll with the firebolt.
So double checking. I just have to roll, right?
Yeah, and add your bonus.
Roll and add your spellcasting modifier to it, which is going to be like +4 or +5.
Is this something that Leobrin can spot and join in on?
It's +5.
Okay, with +4. With +4, it's 16.
Yep, 16 that hits. So roll damage for the firebolt.
Damage. Some damage, darling. That is 7.
7. So we reduce
I'm doing
the
some
damage.
amazing rolling.
We reduce the damage
this
by 7.
evening.
So that means full damage would be 9, halved to 4 if you saved. Leobrin, you will be able to join in this time. So not for that first one, because you kind of were trying to get out of the room for that first one while Neris fired off. So, okay, you guys are just getting to the edge of the room. The three of you, Fleeting, Seth, Brucon, one more dexterity saving throw, please. Again, do the firebolt, Neris, and Leobrin. If you're Eldritch Blasting, I'm guessing, do that.
Yeah. 20's going to hit.
Yes, it is.
15.
15's also going to hit, so roll damage.
Are we disadvantaged?
You're still disadvantaged for your encumbrance, yeah.
Yeah, we're still carrying the
Ah!
body.
I did another 7.
Nice.
Seth passes.
Thank you, dice.
And
Thank
6. 6 from the Eldritch Blast.
6 from the
Seth passes, and Fleeting gets 14.
14 is what you needed, so yep, you're good. So, that means that those who failed take 2 points of damage because Leobrin and Neris managed to blast most of it out of the sky. Those who succeeded take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And with that, you manage to drag the body out of the collapsing room.
Yeah.
And as you all do so,
Worth it.
you need to keep moving because it is starting to pile into the corridor now where you guys are waiting.
Yeah.
Malar, I'm going to guess, is probably way ahead at this point.
Yeah,
He
so
has not
Neris
looked
is
back,
going
he's
to
just been going.
run. After run, she's gonna
Run,
yell,
run.
run!
So all of you, you need to make Constitution checks, just because you got to keep your stamina as you run out of here just after this big old fight you've been having.
What Constitution checks?
Yeah, so
Just roll and
look
add
at your
your
Constitution
Constitution.
score, roll and add your Constitution modifier.
Okay. Oh, okay, that'll do.
Something
20,
like that.
natural
Fleeting.
20, so 22.
Lowest for me and Fleeting was 16.
16. Okay, nice. That both pass then. Yep. Anyone gets below 13? Anyone?
Well, Brucon rolled 21, so no.
I got a 0.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Leo!
Dude!
So the rest of you sprint ahead, but Leobrin, you catch wind. You catch the wind in your breath. You do, not in your sails,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You start wheezing, And
Sedentary lifestyle
you
of the
take
rich and famous.
you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you get caught up in this rock fall, rock slide. So you are knocked prone, and you are underneath rubble.
Yep.
So you are currently restrained by the rubble.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to cut there because he's also unconscious and bleeding out.
Bloody hell.
We will drop the body and come back.
So
And Fleeting's going to
the rest
put,
of you get outside. Yeah. Sorry, Seth.
Sorry, if he's gotten caught in rubble, we'll drop the body because it stopped falling. Fleeting would do lay on hands 5 points.
I'm assuming I'm quite far behind you and under rubble.
Yeah, you need to dig him out.
Fleeting will really try and stick a pinky through the rubble.
I think let's call it there for today. As the 5 of you get out into the collapsed corridor, with the chasm in front of you, you then take stock, realise the Oberyn isn't with you. You hear the rocks stop crashing. Some of this rock slide spills into this area, but you now note that the Oberyn is not with you, and your attention turns to that rock slide where hopefully you'll be able to find him next time.
This one is my last bit of life.
Oh no, don't
See,
say that.
Leo just hates being conscious.
Such a sleepy boy.
Leo hates roofs. This is why he's an archfey. He's like, no roofs, no ceilings.
Yeah.
I just live in the wild, under the stars.
It's true.
Where it's nice and dirty for my rough.
Oh,
You've just given Leo his ultimate goal of becoming an archfey.
I mean, I think when all this is over, Leo Oberyn is not going into a subterranean dwelling ever again. Every time. All right. So we'll wrap it up there for today. We will pick things up from that point next week. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting and going absolutely mental in the chat. And I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to respond to much, but I gather that most of the guys here have been. So thank you for doing that. And anyway, I'll be back. No, what am I talking about? I'll be back on same time next week with the rest of you for the next episode. So let's see you all then. Thank you, and until next time, stay safe, everyone.